Hello, my name is Hank the Tank, and I would like to share with you the most amazing card. It has so many awesome fights. Please do buy on pay-per-view this card of Dana White. Hello, my name is Dana White. Hello, it's an amazing card and only costs you $80. No thanks, you sure? Oh well, I'll just leave it here. But you simply won't believe how much this card will change your life. This card will change your life. UFC 307. 307. Because it's the Book of Mormon, and it's taking place in Salt Lake City, Utah. So we got the Mormons out to support.
Is this in Salt Lake?
It is taking place in Salt Lake City in Utah. So it's fitting that the Mormons introduce it.
Shows what I know.
We're used to selling Bibles that nobody wants, and now we got a card.
It's not a Bible; it's the Book of Mormon. But
Book of Mormon. But now they got a card that nobody wants. So they got to help. The Mormons have got to help them out. They got to maintain their mission. Anyway, Troopers, Grinders, it is finally here. The card that you have all been waiting for. UFC 307 in Salt Lake City, Utah, with Alex Pereira taking on Khalil Rountree and Raquel Pennington having an absolute barn burner with Julianna Peña. And then José Aldo for his absolutely incredible comeback win where he turned back the clock. Yeah, he has been rewarded with a top contender in fucking Mario Bautista. But anyway, beyond the booking, we're going to have some pretty fun fights, I think, despite the on-paper Anthony Smith, pretty bad quality. I think maybe, just maybe, this card will deliver on the action. I hope so. So Hank the Tank and the Idaho Skatesman are here to cover it all, as well as only one MMA regional show. Thank you, my Lord and Savior. But what are you looking forward to this weekend, Skatesman?
One Friday Fights is here in just a few hours.
Yes,
there's a one card as well, one fight night. Regine Ursul's defending his, or I think he just lost the belt, so he's like on a bounce back fight. That'll be sick. There's some other shit going on. Yeah, just to open the show, I want to just mention everybody that I watched Hank's Think Tank very briefly yesterday, and I just want to say that the thoughts and opinions and actions of Hank the Tank do not necessarily reflect the Idaho Skatesman. I try my best to give you guys... I know I'm an asshole. I'm just a guy with a laptop that started a YouTube channel with Hank the Tank. But I try to give you somewhat serious MMA coverage and, just split down the middle. Yes. And that show is a completely separate entity from the things that I'm bringing to the show. So.
It's like a spin-off of the Star Wars movies. It's there, but nobody really counts it in comparison to the main thing, So don't worry, I'm not affiliated with Idaho Skatesman legally, or, well, actually, that's the financial.
Not legally binding.
Not legally affiliated with the Skatesman. I am pretty close, though, so I'll try to tone it down just a little bit. We got a packed house here.
What's up, Kobe? Good to see you. What is up, the Leprechaun Sean? Paradox the Chad is in the house. Thank you for supporting us, sending us people to come in the live chats. We really appreciate it, even though you are British. Sorry about that. RCN says Pereira is fucking massive compared to Khalil.
Yeah, he is. If you look at the face-off, he's tiny compared to
Anakin's in the chat. He says, let's go, Khalil. Time to shine.
I really doubt it.
Laksha, what's up? Mr. Toad, this card is just a setup to make the next title fight between Pereira and Ankalaev. Kayla Harrison versus whoever, bigger fights. Yeah, it's certainly a crossroads. Ooh, Juiceman, what is up? He says your glazing Pennington flat tire lines is beyond me. All right, Larry, what's up, bro?
I hate Raquel Pennington.
No, I was in a live stream. I was commenting, and Paradox was there with another British guy in No Chill. And they were like, we fucking hate Americans, because I was shitting on them for being British. But I love the British, all right? Just maybe not the Liverpool accent or Sweet Caroline.
In moderation.
Yes. But yeah, haven't really even looked at the card, but yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it more.
You know that Idaho Skatesman's going to pull a classic.
There's some good fights on the card. Wonder Boy is lurking around, but overall, it doesn't look super promising. But you never know, man. You never know. And I'm not trying to be like Dana White. It's the cards you don't watch. Like, no, that's bullshit. But you never know. I mean, Jandiroba versus God God, who did she just fight recently?
Versus Amanda Lemos.
Yeah, that was a good card. So
yeah, we talked about that over the phone.
Unfortunately, I watch all the cards. So
yes,
here I am.
For better or worse. And also it makes us the moolah on YouTube. So we have to. We
don't make any money. We don't make any money.
No, we do not. But speaking of having zero credit for any successes, let's get on to Hank's locks and underdogs for the weekend. Starting off and ending, thank you, God. ACA 180. First of all, let me scroll down to who I got as my
Ramzan Kadyrov's military training league is what I like to call it. If you don't do well in this promotion, you go into the Chechen military. Mm-hmm. If you do well in the promotion, Ramzan Kadyrov steals a lot of your money and you become one of his puppets. So
that's at least it's a bunch of brain cells being lost and it's fun for us. So hey, who cares about the consequences as long as I get my MMA action. But first we got my lock for Kadyrov's what'd you call it?
Kadyrov's military training grounds.
My first lock for Kadyrov's military training grounds. I got Abdul Rahman. Again, I had a bad education. Abdul Rahman Dudayev. I have him by round 1 knockout. Classic ACA Russian with extensive record versus scrub Brazilian who's lost 3 fights in a row. I wonder who's going to win this one, Skatesman. Might have some more bad karma from ACA going my way. I might get sent to Kadyrov's military training grounds. And Isha announces the Russian getting knocked the fuck out live on our stream. But I'd like to think of it a different way. I've had Brazilians get destroyed by my Russian locks after that. So why stop now? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Are you reading off of your notes right now?
Maybe.
You literally wrote this down?
Yes, it was very important. Otherwise, Kadyrov's going to be mad at me, Skatesman. I have to read it line for line, beat by beat.
Maybe he'll invite you out there someday.
Yeah.
What's up, AJ? He says he will keep you out of Ukraine. Paradox is mad. He wants UFC coverage. We'll get to it. Just
me and Justin Gaethje hanging out, flying overseas. The good old days. I have a renewed confidence in these crotch sniffers, and I will not have anyone doubting my guys to smash, brother. Oh no diddy. Another Brazilian L on an ACA card. Make it make sense. And then we have Hank the Tank's big underdog for evening. I have got Mehdi Baidalayev by round 3 submission. The consensus among MMA predictors seems to be that this will be a close fight with 2 quality opponents. Bibulatov is the stand-up guy at all the Russian comedy clubs, I'm sure as well. While Baidalayev is predominantly the wrestling and submission expert. You know who to pick 7 out of 10 times here. Bibulatov had apparently tapped to Charles Enrique, but the referee just either didn't notice it or deliberately refused to notice it since it was a dominant Russian taking on a Brazilian underdog. You know their MO. He only won the fight against the Brazilian by split as well. Really bad performance. And Charles Enrique has only lost since. Great job ruining the man's career, ACA. Also just a bad look for Bibulatov in general, that someone who almost beat him has only lost since. He's getting old as well, so I see the fresher Baidalayev getting him down at a few points in their contest and eventually latching up a rear naked choke in round 3. Bye-bye, old yeller. Yipe, yipe, yipe. So there you go. That is Hank the Tank's underdog and luck. Hey, where is he? Where's Millie at? Shout out to the puppy. Botched. Really tell me. Hey, officer, I wasn't driving drunk. I swear. I'm just dealing with that.
Crash is like a sign for you to stop. But anyway, That's all right.
But he has problems with his drinking.
So is there anything else that you want to talk about before we get into the bulk of the show, the UFC picks and preview?
I mean, I did my picks for one fight night, but I will say that I really hate the show. And I honestly don't even know if my picks are even on there anymore because there were 3 fights that were fucking lost. Just yesterday.
I think it was one Muay Thai fight that was lost, but to me, it's like anytime I get Muay Thai, I'm happy. Juice Man says, Skate is on your head today. Got his notes and everything. Keeping it professional there, eh, Hank? Nice.
Hey, I get some.
I don't know how serious he's being. Northwest 425. What is up, bro? Good to see you. So yeah, man. Just get right into it, I guess.
Wait. Okay.
This first fight of the night will be Tim Means versus Court Mcgee. Two very washed up guys. By the way, I haven't made picks or even really looked at the card. Two pretty washed up dudes. Both coming off of losses. Court Mcgee having a losing streak to Alex Morono most recently, which this fight was absolutely terrible, by the way. Alex Morono barely beat Court Mcgee. It was sad. Got knocked out by Matt Brown, I believe in his retirement fight, and Jeremiah Wells. Tim Means losing to Uros Medic by KO, beating Andre Fialho, which we kind of figured out that Andre Fialho is kind of like a can a little bit. And it was on a nice losing streak.
Nice losing streak. That's a good
so you kind of have like Tim Means, he's not like the most powerful dude, but he definitely throws them in combos. Lots of light, sort of like a quasi Nick Diaz style, like death by 1,000 cuts. Versus Court Mcgee, who I would say is probably the more skilled overall, like all around, just a better MMA fighter. Yes, but honestly, like both these dudes are super washed. But I think that this is a tough fight to pick. I think it's pretty 50-50.
Some of these fights took me a while to pick.
I just think that Tim Means has a little more left in the tank. Though he did, let's see, he lost it by KO in his last fight. That's right. How long ago was that? Let me see. 5 months ago. That's enough time, I guess, to recover from a knockout. I don't really remember the fight exactly. I mean, I'm going to pick Tim Means by decision, but honestly, like, it wouldn't surprise me if Court Mcgee could get this one done either.
That is true. It's a close fight on paper, Anthony Smith style. I, on the other hand, have chosen Means as well, but I got him by round 3 TKO, death by 1,000 cuts, as Skatesman said. The only way I think that Court Mcgee lives by his nickname, the Crusher, is if he gets Tim Means down to the ground in this fight, like he did against Alex Morono. And the Dirty Bird showed great takedown defense against Andre Fialho over 3 rounds. I can see Court Mcgee getting frustrated with his failed takedowns and starting to make mistakes on the feet that he's going to pay for against Tim Means, eventually resulting in a late fight TKO from Means. The only X factor going into this fight is that Mcgee trains at elevation in Utah, but so do a lot of fighters that I don't think will win on this card. Cardio's never been a problem for Means, so I don't see him gassing out as some are predicting him to. And the only reason Mcgee even had his success against Alex Morono was due to his successful takedowns that I think will mostly.
And Alex Morono totally sucks too.
Yeah, exactly. It was Nico Price who beat him recently, the UFC 302.
It's fucking terrible.
That fucking proves that he sucks. But anyway, had success against Alex Morono was due to successful takedowns, and I think those will be neutralized throughout this fight. I expect a schooling from Means here, no matter what Means Tim has to go to do it. And Mcgee, no Marcus, is finding himself in fighter's court with the judge Dirty Bird, throwing the book at him and preferably fighting for dummies. So,
what's up, Michael Jordan? Good to see you. Larry says Aldo and Pereira are the best Brazilians to ever do it in the UFC. In the same card is the only good thing about UFC 307. Yeah, but I mean,
it's not a good thing about the press
Anderson Silva.
Yeah, that is true. You missed a big one.
Yeah, pretty big one. But anyway. So we're in agreement. We're in agreement. Tim Means got this.
Yeah, and I'm rooting for the Dirty Bird too.
So we got next fight. Ovince Saint Preux, for some god awful reason, is on this card, taking on Ryan Spann. So, when you look at this fight on a glance, you're like, dude, Ryan Spann's got this. But then you kind of are reminded of his terrible 3-fight losing streak that he's on. Bogdan Guskov getting KO'd by him is not really, that's not bad. Split decision, lost to Anthony Smith, and then subbed by Nikita Krylov, who. We don't actually know where he is. Is he even in the UFC? Somebody tell me if
I think
Krylov's all right.
He's in the training grounds.
Ovince Saint Preux looking totally washed. He got knocked out by Jamal Hill and Tanner Bozer of all people. Then he had that terrible fight against Shogun for some reason 2 years ago and knocked out by Felipe Lins and split decision win over Kennedy. That was definitely a good performance from him. It was solid to see. But I still think that Ryan Spann gets this done. I want to pick him by knockout. I think it's safer to pick him by decision. He'll probably knock out Ovince Saint Preux. Honestly, it's more likely in the first half of the fight that he'll get a knockout. I think I'll stick with the round 2 KO. But Look, man, Ovince Saint Preux is just fucking washed. He's supposed to get knocked out by Kennedy and Nzechukwu though, which is the thing, about this fight. So we don't really know where Ryan Spann's head is at because after he knocked out Dominic Reyes, he was like, "Hey, I don't actually really train, and now I'm going to start training for real." And you're like, "Oh shit, right. Ryan Spann's back." He's going to be that guy that deserves to have a Superman tattooed on his chest. But then he went on a 3-fight losing streak, so. Ovince Saint Preux definitely will have some renewed confidence heading into this fight. I don't think that's going to be much help, though, personally. What say you?
Heroes wear capes, Spann. I'm taking a risk this time. I'm going with Ovince Saint Preux by decision. If Spann can lose a decision to failed family protector Anthony Smith with his negative fight IQ, I sure as hell think that he can fumble the bag against OSP and get even further fraud checked. It just seems to me like Ryan Spann is almost never able to fulfill whatever game plan his team has planned for him. He gets into a submission battle with Krylov and loses it. He can't leg kick Anthony Smith to save his life. He can't shoot on Bogdan Guskov until the end of the first round. I've made jokes about this or that opponent being Ryan Spann's kryptonite, but his real kryptonite at this point just seems to be fighting, as he's one of those guys who's finding a way to lose with every opportunity he's been given. I don't think he's smarter or more powerful than Kennedy Nzechukwu. So if there's no taking advantage of OSP's weaknesses or grappling the 41-year-old, which we know Spann won't do at first since he's so dumb, OSP's going to dog walk him. Shout out to the puppy. Give me yet another career renaissance 29-28 split decision for OSP.
Wow.
I think Spann's just too stupid to win. I'm sorry. I have no faith in him, especially since you convinced me that he's an idiot. The last time we picked between Spann and Bogdan. So. Oh,
you picked Spann. This is coming together. He actually picked Spann to beat Bogdan Guskov, and that's really why he's picking against him this time. Understandable.
Yeah. Also, Ovince Saint Preux had a great performance. What can you say? He did well against Kennedy in the last fight.
Juice Man says Ryan Spann is a lock. Mr. Toad, I've got my entire life savings on Ryan Spann.
Is really not smart of you.
Not the guy to put your look. I'm picking him to win. I do believe he will win. I did make the case for Ovince Saint Preux, but your entire life savings, man. I don't know, Mr. Toad. You might want to.
Everybody has Spann as.
You might want to rethink your life. Northwest, what's up? I'm sure he'll do it. And Kobe is going with Hank the Tank. It's shocking.
Sure.
All right, so our next fight is Carla Esparza versus Tecia Pennington 2. This is the fight where you go and get like some food, maybe take a walk around the block, call an old friend, do literally anything but watch this fight. But nonetheless, oh gosh, I saw an interview where Tecia, I wanted to say Torres, Pennington, was like, "Oh, the judges keep screwing me in all these fights." Like, yeah, because you don't do enough. You don't do enough. You fight to decision every time, and like in her defense, like, dude, I truly believe she does fight her ass off. She obviously trains like a motherfucker. She's in incredible shape every time she gets in there. But it's like, dude, you just don't fucking go split decision every single fucking time. What do you want? Of course the judges are gonna screw you. You're not doing enough. You're not an exciting fighter.
I still should think she beat Richie, though.
Yeah, you're still on that. It's fucking incredible. But anyway.
Yeah, you didn't watch it. I did.
Yeah, I did. I did go back and actually watch the fight. But am I sitting here telling you that the fight wasn't close? No. But right. I'm just saying, like, it wasn't a robbery. I mean, you can think she beat her, but
yeah,
that's beside the point. This is a new fight we're talking about. But yeah, so Carla Esparza, her best path to victory here would be to grapple Pennington. Pennington, obviously, though I kind of shit on her just now, she does have good hands. Very quick, has good movement. I'm guessing this will be another split decision win, or split decision for whoever wins. But I really have soured on Carla Esparza, and I don't think anyone was ever really super high on her. Let's go through their records really quick. Her last loss was to Weili. Obviously, she got absolutely dominated by Weili, and it's crazy she's taken so much time off from fighting. I didn't really realize. But yeah, this fight is definitely the worst fight I've ever seen in MMA. Her fight with Rose Namajunas. Before that, she was the champ. She knocked out Yan Xiaonan, which is shocking. That was 3 years ago. 4 years ago, split against
Split
Marina, and another split to Michelle Watterson. On the other side, Tecia Pennington's last 5 have been 2 close decision losses, one to Dern, one to Tabitha Ricci. Before that, she beat Angela Hill by decision. Hilarious. Knocked out Sam Hughes. And, neither of these women have been fighting a lot. Tecia had a baby, I believe, recently. So, there's a pass there. But regardless, I'm going to pick Tecia Pennington, sorry. This is apparently a rematch.
They fought long ago in a galaxy far, far away.
But, who really gives a shit about this fight? It could go either way.
I agree. And I got Pennington by decision as well.
All right.
Yet
Let's hear the long ramble on the notes.
Here we go. Beat poetry. I'm looking for 5 minutes this time. Shooting for 5. Yet another upset on the card incoming for this one. It can be argued that the tiny tornado Tecia Pennington won both her fights with Mackenzie Dern and Tabitha Ricci, as she was able to stuff both wrestlers' takedowns and outpoint them for, in my opinion, the majority of those 2 fights. Now she's facing yet another strawweight wrestler who hasn't fought since November of 2022 and the birth of her first child. And I don't have any doubt that the ring rust is there, especially since she's coming off a loss and a horrible fight that could have gone either way. In my opinion, her only advantage lies in the wrestling exchanges. Given
that the loss, or she actually beat Rose Namajunas in that horrible fight.
Yeah. And then lost to
Weili. Yeah, absolutely bullied by her.
Destroyed.
It wasn't close at any point.
Yeah. Her only advantage lies in the wrestling exchanges, given Pennington, no Raquel's, more natural and quickly timed striking. And even then, Tecia has shown that she can survive some of the best wrestlers of the division and keep it standing enough to, in my opinion, outclass them. I think Esparza looks like a shell of her former self, and the tornado swallows up the Cookie Monster, which sounds horrific, like a Robot Chicken episode without context. But the analogy still stands. Hopefully, Ticia's win motivates the other Pennington enough for her to beat the ever-loving shit out of Julianna pent-up sociopathy and finally retire that unjustified loudmouth for good. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Julianna Peña, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, it's making you visibly, physically angry, which is just very shocking.
Yeah.
Dane, what's up, brother? He says, I may go to Iron Maiden over watching 307. Can I get a casual pass? What do you think?
Iron Maiden, it's on people's t-shirts. That seems pretty casual to me, but if you look into their entire discography, they actually have some hardcore shit. So, hey, I'll give them a pass.
A casual pass? I mean, Degenerate Dane has called more people a casual than I think anybody in history. So, no, I will not give you a casual pass.
Yeah,
if you don't watch UFC 307, you are the biggest casual of all time.
How dare you like Iron Maiden?
I don't think Spann is as brain dead as Kennedy's.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
My picks are a learning experience.
Do you ever learn from them?
Tell that to Hank, because he never learns.
Yeah, I'm the teacher, and I'm fucking smacking you with the ruler over and over again, Sean Moody.
I'm going with whatever Hank goes for. Well, fantastic, Kobe.
Nice. Well, I got my
didn't they adopt that kid? I don't think the whole I don't get the whole. Yeah. I think that they did probably like an artificial insemination.
So
we don't have to get into all
that. Family. Nice.
Paradox says King Julian Peña.
That's horrible.
Degenerate calls us casuals. Well, there you go.
The pot calling kettle black.
That's why we're not giving you a casual pass. But
boo.
Anyway, the next fight is a lightweight fight. It is between Alexander Hernandez and Austin Hubbard. Now, oh my gosh, what a terrible fight! Like to pick, I've actually liked Austin Hubbard. I'm like the only person that's been like, dude, like Austin Hubbard's not terrible.
Yeah.
Biggest fan. But for some reason, everybody seems to really, really hate this guy. And it's understandable. I mean, I think that Austin Hubbard, and it could be due to his opponent, but I really truly believe that there's nights where he just really doesn't show up at all. And then sometimes he'll beat a guy. You're just like, holy shit, he actually won, and he's tough. He's a tough dude. And usually when people say that the guy's tough, it just means he takes a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But on the other end, you have Alexander Hernandez, who at one point was a really promising prospect.
Mhm.
And now he is just kind of a punching bag.
Yeah.
If you go through the last
That's
5 fights,
fucking karma for Cowboy Cerrone.
so
Long
2 years ago he lost a submission by to Hanato. Billy Q got knocked out by him.
Yikes.
Beating Jim Miller by decision.
That's crazy.
Losing to Bill Algeo and Damon Jackson by split. On the other side, you have Austin Hubbard beating Vince Pichel. Going to the regional, losing to Vince Pichel, getting kicked out of the UFC, getting 2 wins on the regional scene, coming back, getting absolutely dog walked by Kurt Hollabaugh, and then beating Michael Figlak by decision.
Close fight too.
Clearly, the more explosive man will be Alexander Hernandez. It says he's 5'9". I don't know if he's actually 5'9". And it seems like Austin Hubbard will definitely have like a size
Physical advantage.
What's that?
Physical advantage.
It's hard to say because obviously, like, Hernandez is the more chiseled dude,
Right.
but I mean, Hernandez, the more explosive guy, the faster guy, the more, I don't know. I think that there's a case for Alexander Hernandez to win this fight. Certainly, probably the more, and I believe he's actually even the betting favorite.
Right.
Wouldn't be surprised. Oh, there's no odds that is showing right now. But I do think that Alexander Hernandez is just taking a lot of damage. He's really aggressive, and it's to his fault a lot of the time. I think if you're going to go Hernandez, you probably want to go early and pick him to maybe TKO Hubbard. But I think Hubbard wins a decision here if that doesn't happen. I truly do. I really don't even want to make a pick on this fight because I don't trust either of these men.
Hernandez is the favorite, by the way. I checked.
Okay, what are the odds?
Bet online. Alexander Hernandez is at -155 to Hubbard's +135.
And if you're gonna bet, it's not like those are great odds to bet on Austin Hubbard.
Yeah, it's a terrible fight to bet on. Horrible fight.
Yeah, and make a pick. Yeah, it's a tough fight. I want to pick Alexander Hernandez, but every time I do, he just disappoints me horribly. I mean, in his last 2 fights, there was a split decision to Damon Jackson, who's probably just as washed as him at this point, taking a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Losing to Bill Algeo. So I guess he's not getting knocked out. Yeah. He did get finished.
And to be fair, he took both those last couple fights at featherweight. This is at lightweight.
I think he's better at lightweight, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick Hernandez. Oh, my gosh.
I know. This one took forever for me.
I'll probably pick him by decision just to go safe. What about you?
I am going with Alexander Hernandez by decision as well. I'm glad I convinced you. It is a tough one. All right, now I got to stop picking underdogs. And honestly, this is still a hard favorite to pick. Alexander Hernandez has looked quite bad at featherweight, losing to Bill Algeo and Damon Jackson in fights where he seemed to gas out and fold under pressure against guys that were way more accustomed to the weight class. Now he's back at lightweight, which seems like Hernandez's preferred weight division. And he's taking on Austin Hubbard, who has never looked all that impressive in his time on UFC television, including his time on Tough, winning very close decisions he shouldn't have let get close, as Sonnen warned against Vanderlei Silva, and getting utterly smoked by Kurt Hollabaugh before winning a bullshit decision against Michael Figlak, in my opinion. Hubbard, to me, at least, is hanging by a thread, and that thread's about to get cut when a natural lightweight with experience comes to town and outworks him in Alexander Hernandez. Hubbard isn't getting out of this one because I see Hernandez clipping him a few times in this fight and making his takedown seem sort of minuscule, finding his way up quickly and out-hustling the rookie for a 29-28 decision win. And Hubbard's career landing with a great thud upon getting thrown out of the octagon by the great ape. Cowboy sends you his regards this time, Hernandez. But
yeah, I really do. I really do think that Austin Hubbard can win here. Like, it's a tough fight for me to pick.
It's really close. Yeah,
but I like Hernandez's chances at lightweight more than featherweight.
Yeah.
Austin Hubbard from Tough, I got him. This is Juiceman. 50-50 fight, literally. Yeah. Hernandez. Oh gosh. Okay. By the way, what's up, Big Red?
Big Red.
It says Hernandez replaced growing his MMA skill set with reps of trying to sound more and more cerebral and
consummate.
Consummate in pre-fight interviews. Kid fluked Benil and got cozy.
Yes, sir.
What's up, JL? Good to see you, man.
JL,
don't be sorry, man. You hop in anytime. You're always welcome here.
JL's minute.
Yeah, what a terrible fight. I mean, to bet on. It might be a good fight, but gosh.
I mean, Hernandez is going to be the only one who makes this one exciting. I feel like Hubbard's going to just try to shoot a few takedowns.
Yeah, I don't get all the Austin Hubbard hate, but I will admit he's not a very good fighter. But again, the guy's tough. I definitely am not super down on him like pretty much everybody else is. The next fight.
I'd be surprised if he wins.
Ihor Potieria. Why is this man still in the UFC? Can anyone explain it to me? Is it because he's Ukrainian? Is that the only reason? Versus Cesar Almeida. I don't really see how Ihor Potieria wins this fight. I think he gets knocked out by Cesar Almeida. It's most likely outcome. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I have round 2 up there just to be safe. I might even just go round 1 because it's like, this guy sucks so bad. He got a win over this fucking random dude. Let me see. Robert
Brizek.
A random man they brought in for Ihor Potieria to win. I think it was because it was in. I don't even know where was that. Where was that card? Was it the Abu Dhabi card?
I think it was.
And they just wanted him to get a win to look good.
Yeah.
So
weird.
So weird. It was like obviously a setup. On the other hand, you have Cesar Almeida, who had a fucking incredible fight with Roman Kopylov.
Very close.
So I definitely, even though I knew that Kopylov was going to beat him, he almost got him out of there at one point. So yeah, I have a lot of faith in Cesar Almeida. Yeah, get this fucking can out of the UFC. Let's move on from fucking Ihor Potieria.
Yeah, they got some new Ukrainian talent in through the Contender Series this year. We can get rid of them. I got Cesar Almeida by round 2 KO. Finally, another finish on this shit card. Ihor Potieria gets smoked by every light heavyweight except Robert Brizek and Shogun Hua. Cesar Almeida went to a split decision with Roman Kopylov. This pick seems pretty easy to make, no? In my opinion, this could actually be the actual lock of the card to pick and not fucking who was that lock everybody was considering? Ryan Spann. You're seriously going to have less faith in Cesar Almeida after that Kopylov fight than you will in Ryan Spann after a 3-fight losing streak? I find that strange. Anyone who is giving Roman Kopylov problems on the feet and putting out wrestlers like Dylan Chaikin, a big red who tried his hand at MMA and he just got hammer-fisted over and over again by Cesar Almeida, is going to knock Ihor Potieria out cold. That seems like the plan the UFC is drawing up for this one, as they seem to always do with Ihor Potieria. And I think Almeida's delivering. It's sad, isn't it? And I think Almeida's delivering on that plan with enough takedown defense to stop sloppy Ihor's takedowns, Ihor, and just school him on the feet. If this dude can outstrike Alex Pereira in a fight, as well as be respected enough by Pereira to train him for this one, he's going to be in prime shape to score a knockout against the UFC.
When did he outstrike Alex Pereira in a fight?
They had a kickboxing fight. I think they had 2 or 3 kickboxing fights. And it seems like everybody's fucking either beaten Alex Pereira or had a fight with him before he went to the UFC. Every motherfucker and schmuck has got some sort of experience with Alex Pereira at some point. But yeah, he did win a fight against Alex Pereira in his early MMA days. I believe he's like one of his first opponents. But yeah,
he was booked to face Christian Torres in the semifinals of the one-day tournament. Almeida won the fight by second round knockout and advanced to the finals where he faced Alex Pereira. He won the fight by decision.
Yep, so there you go.
He fought a trilogy bout with Alex Pereira with the World Grand Prix Kickboxing Cruiserweight Championship on the line. He lost the fight by unanimous decision. Yeah. So, I mean, but here's the thing, though, is like...
Here's the fucking thing, you guys.
No, we don't need to say that every time. In kickboxing, there's not a lot of dudes in your weight class, so you're gonna fight. I mean, that's why, like, we just saw last week with Sam A. Dude's got fucking 400 and some fights. Right. You think he's fought the same guy 3 or 4 or 5 times a bunch of times? Fuck yeah, he has. You know, like, so it's not that shocking that they would go back and forth. But also another thing to consider is WGP kickboxing tournament means literally absolutely nothing. You might as well be talking about fucking IMMAF. Means nothing. But yeah, sorry.
Yeah. But anyway, I sense a big knockdown in round 1, stuffing the takedowns of desperation from Potieria. And then in round 2, a big combination from Almeida that turns off the lights. Simple enough, right? Please be right. For the love of God, be right. I can't handle another Ihor upset, man. I beg of you, César, make Jailton and Lucas Almeida proud. Almeida family.
Big Red says Hubbard's legacy will always just be that he made Max Roskopf throw in the towel for him against his corner's advice. Yeah, that was fucking brutal.
Yeah.
He's the Ukrainian version of Bruno Silva. I don't know about that.
You could get IPO KO'd. Maybe.
What is up, Weedy? Good to see you. UFC really let Ihor Potieria be the one to retire Shogun.
Oh, yeah. That's such a horrible, fun fact.
Yeah, please. I don't want to be reminded. I'm so sick of this guy, dude. I don't.
Get him out of the UFC.
I'm so happy that fucking Michel Pereira's fucking annihilated him.
Yeah, I'm getting hit by a bus.
It feels like I'm watching boxing with this matchmaking. Yeah. I mean, some of it's kind of close, but I can understand it.
JL with the right take.
Degenerate Dane's taking his sleeping pills, but there you go.
Yummy.
Andrew bans everyone who says the word Hank. Good. What a smart guy. Dimbella, I beg of you. I think he's making a joke. I just didn't get it.
Somewhere.
They tried to feed Ihor to UFC SMF. Scummiest. Share a bullet, and Ihor literally pulled out with no reason given. Well,
I don't blame him.
No Chill attacked my family with Hulk hands. They're all in the hospital. Pray for me.
We're praying.
Yeah, well, maybe you deserved it. I don't know. No Chill, aka Mufasa voice. Hey, what's going on?
Everything on this side of the jungle is yours, my son.
If there was a fight where we get to see a double KO, it's Ihor versus Share a Bullet.
Yes,
that would be amazing.
And they never wake up.
Oh, he says it's a Chucky reference. Well,
oh yeah, Dibella, I beseech you. And then he got converted into the doll.
Oh, well, there you go. No Friday fights from Lumpany. Why does Odin punish us? What will the Lady of Death ref do? There is Friday fights in the morning. I don't know if they are from Lumpany or not, but anyway, next fight: Marina Rodríguez versus Iasmin Lucindo. Iasmin Lucindo beating Carolina Kovalevich, Poliana Viana by sub. A woman named Brogan Walker. Couldn't tell you. Nice girl. Never met her. Iasmin Jauregui. That was like Jauregui's coming out performance. Fantastic fight. And then was on the regional before then. She's very young. She's 22.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you have Rodríguez beating Yan Xiaonan. And when she beat Yan Xiaonan, she was like poised for a title shot. Took a risky gamble in taking on Lemos and got knocked out for her troubles. Then lost to Verna Jandiroba, beating Michelle Watterson Gomez by knockout, which is so crazy. And then losing a split to Andrade. So it's like Rodríguez at one time was like that girl. Like I thought she really was going to fight for a title, and then she took that fight against Lemos, which kind of derailed her. On the other hand, you have Lucindo, who is getting good wins over good opponents, some finishes. Wasn't able to finish Carolina, but I think that fight kind of showed us Carolina has a lot left in the tank. So it's a tough fight to pick. Obviously, Rodríguez is huge for the division. Really good kickboxer, has good distance management, all that stuff. Good knees, good kicks. I just think that Lucindo is like, she's really, really young. She is on a 4-fight win streak. It is always hard to get like a 5-fight win streak in the UFC. But I think it's a tough fight to pick, man. And I'm not expecting it to be very exciting.
No.
But I will say that Marina Rodríguez, she's a good fighter.
She's solid.
I don't know. I really don't even know where to go with this one. I want to pick Marina, but I do think that Lucindo has a good chance to win. I think it's gonna be a close fight. I just wonder about Marina's ground game, because I think every time she's been put on her back, she's not very good at getting up, and I think that Lucindo will try to wrestle her. I don't know. I think I'm gonna wait for you to tell me what you think about the fight
All
before
right.
I make a decision.
But first, I want to say hey to Andrew B. Good to see
What's
you.
up, Chad Drew?
Nice one, Chad Drew. And remember, if anyone says the word, man, you know what to do.
Dane says it showed up on Grabaka Hitman. Yeah. Of course, there's Friday fights. Juice Man's got Marina Rodríguez. Sorry, let you break
All right.
down.
Yeah, I got her by decision. I trust Marina to have a better and, let's be honest, luckier performance than she had against Jessica Andrade, where she basically fell over after attempting a kick and got stuck on bottom for a whole round. Very unique circumstances regarding the result of that fight. And people forget, man, she was making it competitive on the feet with Andrade. People forget, man. Iasmin Lucindo, meanwhile, has fought Iasmin Jauregui, Poliana Viana, Karolina Kowalkiewicz, certainly the fighters of all time. Rodríguez has faced better competition in my humble, who are we kidding here? Braggadocious.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And she'll know how to handle Lucindo on the feet. It's the ground that's the big question going into this fight. If Marina can keep this fight on the feet, it should be easy work for her with her more technical and surprisingly quick striking for her age. Lucindo's decent, but she throws more big and powerful looping hooks that I think can get countered fairly easily. Unless she gets Marina down, likely in the center of the cage, Marina should put on a vintage performance, barring some bad luck. Yas been good while it's lasted, Iasmin, but we're dumping you into the Marina.
Horrible.
Yeah.
The only thing that really gets me about this fight is, you're at 115, right?
Mm-hmm.
And look at this age difference, man. It's literally a 15-year age difference between these two at straw weight.
Yeah.
So now women,
Ms. Zhang Weili is the champion, and she's getting up there in age.
Yeah, but I don't think that Weili is anywhere near, or Marina Rodríguez. No, I don't even think it's comparable.
Yeah.
Especially with the MMA skill. Like, right. Obviously, if it was a fucking kickboxing match, Marina Rodríguez wins. But I don't know, dude. That's a tough one. With that age difference. But
yeah, it annoys me so much that there are so many close fights on this card. But almost all of them are bad. It's not like it's going to be like, oh, down to the wire, absolute scrap. It's like, we don't want this fight to happen, and it's close, and I hate it.
Definitely a hard one for bettors. I don't know, man. That age difference really gets me. I think that it could be just Iasmin's time.
Right.
And getting a win over Marina Rodríguez would certainly boost her resume for sure. But I'm gonna pick Marina. I'm gonna go with Hank. I think I'm gonna pick Marina. So next fight is definitely interesting.
There's a new guy in our chat.
Oh, hey, yeah. Let me read some comments.
Demon Partner. Hey, how's it going, brother? Welcome to the Skate Tank crew.
Juice Man on Marina, giving Iasmin her props, though. I've seen Lucindo fight a couple times. He was decent. Don't remember Rodríguez at all. Yeah, Wheaty's a boxing hardcore, so not crazy. I need to get my chemically enhanced old ass to bed. No strippers.
Oh, you're no fun.
This dude here called you out concerning on No Chill.
Oh, that's a good old Ronan. Fuck him.
Hank is good at predicting boring fights.
That's me.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm your guy.
So Stephen Thompson versus Joaquin Buckley definitely should be on the main card, right? Am I tripping?
It absolutely should. Yeah, they should switch spots. I think Kevin Holland should be at the end of the prelims to hype things
Kevin
up.
Holland's on this fucking card. Losing to Shavkat. Kevin Holland. That was a historic ass whipping that Stephen Thompson put on Kevin Holland to end the year.
They did have the no takedown
years
rule
ago. That was fucking such a sick fight, but Kevin Holland really was dumb in that fight. Yeah. Losing to Bilal, Gilbert Burns, and Jeff Neal. On the other end, Joaquin Buckley, man, he's on quite the run, beating Ruziboyev, Vicente Luque, Alex Morano, and Andre Fialio, and lost to Chris Curtis before then. Got knocked out by Chris Curtis. Dude, I mean, sick fight, but
it's fun. Well, depending on how it goes.
Yeah, Stephen Thompson, you gotta love Stephen Thompson, man. I don't know how anyone could really dislike Stephen Thompson.
Nicest motherfucker.
41 now, but if you're gonna have a kickboxing match with Stephen Thompson, you're gonna get your ass whooped. It's just gonna happen. I mean, I don't see how I can confidently pick against Joaquin Buckley at this current moment in his career. But man, if he makes the same mistakes that Kevin Holland did, it's gonna be a bad fucking night for him. Stephen Thompson will beat the shit out of you on the feet with his movement and all that stuff. It's basically like MVP versus anyone, right? It's like if you have a fucking stand-up fight with him, he's gonna win. You know, like,
and if you do anything, he's in trouble.
I think that Joaquin Buckley showed us in his last fight that he certainly has the wrestling acumen to be able to, you know, out wrestle Stephen Thompson. But if you look at Stephen Thompson's recent losses, it's the fucking Shavkat, Bilal, and Gilbert Burns. Like they those fights sucked. Besides the Shavkat fight where he finished him, but those fights sucked ass with Bilal and Gilbert Burns because they're smart. They know you got to wrestle this fucking guy and make it boring, and then you win. You know, like it's all you have to do.
Yeah. That's why they have the no takedown rule between.
I'm gonna pick Buckley. I don't know if he knocks out Stephen Thompson, but I definitely think he'll wear on him. I think that Stephen Thompson will have a few moments, but I think largely will be disappointed and will be bummed. And Joaquin Buckley will probably get very upset and probably have a terrible post-fight interview again.
Oh, absolutely, dude. I am calling that now. But hey, Big Red, see Cash App goobers. We just got sent $10 from Big Red saying, "Tag me in, idiots." How about later at the end of the show?
I'll tag him in. I'll tag him in, but I think. Let's just keep going.
It's going to be the end of Kobe Wiggle. I hope not. I'm cross-faded, but I'll behave. I got fat fingers. Hey, you're Speedy Gonzalez. You're not fat. You're in shape.
Speedy. He's
weedy. I'm really looking forward to this fight, man. I hope that Wonderboy wins. Still in this game, that's gangsta. Hank, will it be boring? If Joaquin shoots the takedown,
my prediction is boring in the way I have Buckley winning, but I think there will be moments.
Weedy's getting lit. Hell yeah. Just need some white. Wow. Oh, now I'm in the mood to finish this thing. AJ, sure am watching a great football game. I'm off tomorrow. I'm living life. Hell yeah, Weedy. Hank, that's me. Only once a year, AJ. You're uh-oh. I don't want to finish the rest of this. Once a year, damn, you better enjoy it. We got Tyler. I don't think we've ever seen Tyler.
What's up, Tyler?
I mean, good to see you. In my opinion, the real reason Khalil is getting a title shot is because he looks like John Jones. John Jones retires next month, and he has good takedown defense and could possibly beat Alex and Ankalaev. Rematches Alex. He's the greatest of all time, John Jones.
Wait, did he just say that Khalil looks like John Jones? That's why he's getting a title shot? What the fuck is he talking about? Tyler, thank you for being in the chat, but that is a terrible take.
Yikes. Tag him in, Goobers. Let the kid get loose. Hell yeah. For cussing me out and my mother out. Oh, boy. I know who this is.
So you cussed him out and you talk shit about his mom?
Well, basically, I was in No Chill's
chat. Okay, we don't need to go through the whole thing. But I just need to know. You cussed the guy out and his mom?
Yes, because the guy was No Chill was putting on an impression and he was pressuring me and asking me very personal questions. I was getting fucking sick of it and it was annoying. But I lashed out at Douglas for no reason. But then I apologized to him afterwards. But he still has a vendetta against me. I don't understand it. I apologized, man. What more do you want from me? I'm red of the people. Yeah, don't get on my last nerve or else I'm gonna fucking snap. Okay, that is a warning to all of you. When all I did was tell chat to cut you some slack. Okay, come on, let's save this for the fucking podcast. Oh, yeah, you are Big Red. Hey, and don't mess with Andrew B either, or he'll have quite the bit of vengeance for you. He takes.
What is this? What is this channel anymore, dude? What even is this?
Yeah, we're in the nut house. The loonies are running the asylum. Dylan, are we riot? It's off the rails this time. But hey, he gave.
Oh my god, Dylan is like texting me nonstop.
He's here, man. He's here because he looks like John Jones is wild as fuck. I agree. Nobody can end Kobe Wiggle.
I think that Lewis Wiggle can.
AJ Jones is the GOAT. He is not because AJ always on point. That is true. It's called unconscious bias. Yes. Time in. No, we are not.
Look, I don't think you should be just like going off on random people and Dylan or in fucking.
He's not random. I've had a history with Douglas before. So.
But that's the thing is MMA is supposed to be fun. Like it's not supposed to be that serious where you
we're talking about MMA at all.
Well, you get physically upset over YouTube. Because, you know, like the shit doesn't matter.
I blame you a little bit for this one, Skatesman, because we were talking all about how, Hank's a virgin. Hank's never had sex. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. You got to go to Figueroa Street and get some sex in Japan, blah, blah, blah. And then No Chill, doing a stupid accent, asked if I was a fucking virgin. And was being like, oh, yeah, who was it with? What skin color?
Hey, listen to me. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah, so No Chill was playing stupid games. Oh, hey, we ended in a good place. All right, we're good. You made me laugh. Let's go. That's a tank for tank fashion.
Holy shit. Okay, well, tell us what you think about.
All right. I got Joaquin Buckley by round 2 KO. I might become Cornholio in a second if you guys.
No, please don't.
Joaquin Buckley took down Nurlston Rozaboev over and over and over again. Who's to say he's not going to do the exact same thing to Stephen Thompson, who has been successfully taken down by pretty much every wrestler in the top 15? From Gilbert Burns to Bilal Muhammad to Shavkat, as Idaho Skatesman accurately put it. And two of those guys don't even finish their opponents on the ground. Joaquin Buckley, when he gets Wonderboy down, is going to start smashing him. No diddy. Just like he did Luke K. And I think get a TKO in the second round easily enough. Thompson's 41 years of age, no longer a Wonderboy, but an old-ass man. If anything, Buckley's the Wonderboy at this point. He's never been that good at getting up from takedowns to the point you saw that fucking spinning wheel kick KO of Impa Kunsunganai. He's a new Wonder Boy. To the point that he's complaining about Buckley potentially shooting takedowns in his media day interview. And I think Buckley's going to oblige. He's not stupid. And in his last couple fights, he's been implementing the wrestling in his overall game to great effect, even taking down an Uzbeki who's probably more used to wrestling than Thompson is. Wonder Boy might be more slick and unorthodox in his striking than Buckley is, but on the ground, he's chopped liver. Chopped liver? This will be sort of a sad fight, I predict. Not the dream matchup everybody wants this to be. And it'll be even worse when Buckley calls out Dustin Poirier afterwards and calls his mother a hoe.
Wow. You guys want to see something cringy?
Yeah, sure. Ooh. Nice.
Do I have a problem?
Taste the rainbow, motherfuckers. Yeah, you do have a problem. You're burning your money on those fucking vape packs, dude. It's getting bad.
Yeah, it might be.
Stick to a flavor, okay?
Those are all dead ones.
My dad has blueberry. He likes blueberry. He likes cotton candy.
Yeah. Eventually, I'll stop. But yeah, I think I have a problem. I was just looking at all these old vapes and like, Jesus.
Yeah. Add them to the collection.
Kobe is calling you a comedian. Yeah, Hank goes off on us at times. It's cool, but when I go back and forth with Anakin, he's like, "Juice man, chill out. I mean it. Like, let me cook." Well, start your own podcast, and you can have questionable, emotional roller coasters. Like,
yeah,
I
allow the joke to continue afterwards. That's the difference.
I won the stupid prize without playing the stupid game. Well, that's what you get for playing the game with
being there at all.
Yeah, they're gonna rub Vaseline on his back like GSP to get him out of. They should.
Yeah.
Cold world, I guess. Yeah, get a blanket. J. Cole says every fucking song. What the fuck? Cheaper to buy a pack of Newports? Do I look black to you? I got the same shit sometimes. All right. Well, the next fight will be Roman Dolidze taking on Kevin Holland. A case of the two men who just don't show up when they need to, right? I think that's fair to say. Yeah. Sometimes Roman Dolidze looks fantastic, like when he calf slicered Jack Hermanson and then fucking TKO'd him. That was so sick. Kevin Holland, just sometimes he looks fucking great. You're like, he fights 5 times or 6 times in 2020, and you're like, dude, he's a legend, and then he goes on a losing streak. You're like, well, he fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Definitely a hard fight to predict. I know everybody hates Roman Dolidze.
Like Chris Rock.
And I understand because he doesn't really have like a presence. He's not a personality or anything. He was on a fantastic finishing streak. And then he lost to Vettori and Imavov, which was a terrible fight. Then he lost to Anthony Smith by decision, which was sad to see. In Kevin Holland's last 5 fights, he beat Santiago Ponzinibbio by knockout. Darst Chiesa, which was shocking. Lost a split to JDM, lost to Michael Page, and beat Oleksiejczuk. Actually, broke his arm. Fuck, dude. I'm gonna pick Roman Dolidze. by decision, I guess. Definitely the case versus definitely a case of striker versus grappler, but both of these men will do both, right? Like obviously Kevin Holland getting 2 submission wins in his last 5 fights. I just think that there's not a chance to me that Kevin Holland submits Roman Dolidze, but I do think there's a better chance of Roman knocking out or submitting Kevin Holland, in my personal opinion. Could Kevin Holland win this fight? Absolutely. But I just think that Roman is just a better fighter overall. Like as far as what he brings to the table in an MMA sense, definitely hasn't looked good the last few fights. But again, losing to
they look
Master Dean and Marvin Vettori, guys that I rate pretty highly in the middleweight division. Just the thing with Kevin Holland is every time he breaks into the top 10, top 5 guys, he always loses those step-up contests. And I think that this will be another case of that.
Trailblazer. He's a
would love to see him win, though. Like,
me too. Yeah. And he to be fair, Kevin Holland brought the energy to the press conference when he was like, hey, it's my time. Hey, settle down. Oh, you'll have your turn, Dolidze. Just quiet down, man. Let me speak. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think so. Give me my fucking mic time. So Kevin Holland snapped, as he always does during these press conferences. That being said, I got Roman Dolidze by decision. This is going to be a really bad fight if Kevin Holland can't get a finish. And I think that's exactly what's happening. Roman Dolidze, if he finds his way to the ground against his opponents, is a fantastic grappler with submission threats and good pressure on top. Just ask JL. He will endorse him with flying colors. Kevin Holland, meanwhile, has had absolutely no answers for the wrestling of Khamzat Chimaev. And even against Michael Chiesa, there were times the balding guy came close to getting a takedown. Against Dolidze, in my opinion, Kevin's worst weight division. In my opinion, Kevin's worst weight division with middleweight. I think Holland will have some success on the feet in terms of his long, rangy, and fast striking, but eventually he'll slip. And Roman Dolidze is just going to take in complete control on top and locking in sub attempts for 3 whole rounds. If he can just randomly beat Anthony Smith up a weight class on short notice and have close fights with both Vettori and Imavov, they both went to split decisions. I think tiny, skinny Kev won't be a problem for him, and he'll just outmuscle Holland for most of this thing in a boring-ass fight. Plus, there's just the fact that Kevin Holland has a prize fighter mentality and doesn't desire any actual progress or improvement in his career. So he's not going to have the mental edge or the greater desire to win out of the two of them. He's just going to have to blaze another trail at welterweight once he's done being gate kept once again. So very similar approach to you, Skatesman.
Weedy says, I guess you're from Idaho, so I should have said Marlboro Lights. Yeah, I mean, I like Turkish Royals and American Spirits. The blue ones aren't bad. But I never really smoked cigarettes, but give me a fucking, white grape. Let's go.
By the way, are we letting Dylan in? No.
Well, he's texting me like crazy. I guess we probably should, but I think we'll wait a little bit.
Tiny.
We'll bring him in at the end.
Yeah.
If he wants to come in. If his internet's good. If my mom was still around, we'd be okay. Well, which Kevin Holland will show up? Yes, exactly. Newports. Oh, Tyler says, you think that the Jones Khalil is a crazy take, but the UFC didn't mind calling Terence Crawford against Lamar.
Wow.
Okay, but like
Tyler, that was good.
I don't think they give people title shots based on the way they look, though.
Yep.
Necessarily.
Not if you ask Usman.
Well, good for him. I got my guy Dolidze all day. I had him in this fight with Smith. Imagine Roman gets a sub. Yeah, that would be sick. I don't know though. I'm picking him to win. I think he's actually a really good fighter, but I don't know. I don't know. Again, it's like which Kevin Holland shows up, which fucking Roman Dolidze shows up. I think a big part of the reason why his last 2 fights were boring, I think they were both in the Apex. Thank God this is in front of the crowd. The next fight will be Kayla Harrison taking on Ketlin Vieira.
Who you got?
I mean, I got Kayla Harrison, obviously. I think Ketlin Vieira is a really dangerous opponent in this weight class. Did a lot of good work at bantamweight. I really truly believe that Kayla Harrison should just be fighting for a title already.
I totally agree.
Don't know why the slowdown. And if anything,
bantamweight division, for fuck's sake, come on.
like Ketlin Vieira, yeah, she got a win against Pani Kianzad a year ago. But why? I mean, I'm a big time Norma Dumont supporter. Like, why isn't Norma Dumont in this space? Instead, she had to fight Irene Aldana. Like, I don't know. I think that Norma Dumont's the most deserving fighter in the division for a title shot, meritocratic wise. But as far as star power is concerned, Kayla Harrison should already be fighting for. She should be in the co-main event.
Right.
But it's Julianna Peña, and that's what we get. Again, so Ketlin Vieira is a very big bantamweight. I don't think Kayla Harrison will have too much of a problem with that. But, you know, Kayla did lose that fight to Larissa Pacheco. I think a lot of it had to do with burnout. And Larissa Pacheco is obviously a fantastic fighter. Like, I'm not trying to discredit her. But I don't know, man. I don't really see a path to victory for Ketlin. The only thing that really bothers me as far as Kayla Harrison is concerned is just that weight cut. I know it was a big talk coming into her UFC debut, and she passed it with flying colors, but I still question what that weight cut does to her, and I really question her longevity inside of the UFC. I honestly think that when she gets the title, she'll have a defense and then maybe drop the belt. I don't really see her sticking around too much, being able to make 135 for very long. And Ketlin Vieira is obviously a big woman, but I don't think that she has as hard of a time making 135 as Kayla Harrison does. But yeah, give me Kayla Harrison. I'm going to go the safe way and go decision. I truly believe she does need a finish just to make the fans pop, because with all the shit that we talk about Kayla Harrison, me especially, I'll say, oh, you know, like, she's a very handsome man, but like, really, I mean, she's gone through a lot in her career. She's faced a lot of criticism. From me especially, because she kept saying, hey, like, I'm that girl. She's cutting fantastic promos. And then she'd go on Ariel Helwani's show and say, oh, I'm the best fighter and blah, 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 blah. And then I
agree. You've been on the show. You're the GOAT.
But then she chose to stick with PFL.
Right.
And I understand it's like, you got to make a choice. Are you going to go to the UFC and, you know, wait out your contract, go to the UFC, or are you going to make that money? And she chose to make that money inside of PFL. I don't blame her. But at the same time, it's like, you can't sit there and tell me that you only want the best challenges inside the sport and then stick with the PFL money. And it's like, it's one or the other, right? Either you want to make money or you're wanting to go for legacy.
Well, it's better late than never. Taking on
your permission, your pick for this one.
I got Harrison by round 1 sub. This one seems like another no-brainer. Ketlin Vieira went to a split decision with Raquel Pennington, but in my opinion, Kayla Harrison smashes Raquel Pennington, no Tecia, and I think she'll do the same to Vieira. No one's beaten Harrison in the UFC or PFL aside from Larissa Pacheco by decision. The big freaking power puncher Brazilian couldn't knock her out. None of these crap women's bantamweight or bantamweights are ready for essentially a featherweight female Khabib. They're all getting taken down and either subbed or beat up. And we're going to be in a new, blonder, and probably more masculine Ronda Rousey era. If the UFC doesn't just kill the bantamweight division, that is, which I don't blame them for doing so. To do that, though, she needs to beat Vera, who isn't able to finish anybody her last 5 fights, and beat such prestigious names as Miesha Tate, a washed Holly Holm, and Pansy Kianzad. Wowee. She's also lost to Yana Santos, which is embarrassing in hindsight. Harrison's getting her down like she's done with everybody, even Alex Pereira, and locking in the easy rear naked choke in round 1 for the win and a future title shot. Some are saying knockout, but she hasn't knocked out anybody since 2022. Hopefully we get a stare down between her and the winner of the co-main event to set up her next fight.
That will happen. The UFC sucks.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what the UFC is doing. Financially, Peña is the best pick, but personally, I want Raquel just because I hate delusional Mrs. Magoo. So there you go.
You know, is Ketlin, in my opinion, Ketlin Vieira is the toughest opponent that Kayla Harrison has had outside of Larissa Pacheco, maybe ever.
That is true.
So
be a tough challenge.
So if she subs her in round 1, I'll be very impressed.
But I just think she has unfair musculature, and she's practically a featherweight who's going down. So I don't know. I just think she outmuscles her personally. Anakin MMA would rather see Pennington versus Harrison.
Shocking. Yeah, that's literally every single person on the planet Earth besides Julianna Peña and her family.
Yeah, fuck Peña.
Same boat.
She's been gone for 2 fucking years. Longer than a lot of people. I'm out. See you later. Based one, Andrew B. Oh, thank you very much, Andrew B. I love you too. But
hey.
No! How can
next fight is Jose Aldo taking on Mario Bautista. Why do they hate Jose Aldo so much, and they keep putting him in Salt Lake City of all places? Put him in Brazil. Put him in I don't know. This is weird.
Disrespect to veterans. That's what the UFC does.
Paradox says Kitlin isn't crazy good, but Kayla fights scrubby McScrubsters. Yeah, I agree. And I'm not sitting here saying Caitlin Vieira is a world beater, but I seriously do think that outside of Larissa Pacheco's, what the fuck is Hank doing? I think he's elucidating. Anyway, whatever. Jose Aldo taking on Mario Bautista in fucking Salt Lake City of all places. Gosh, they hate him so much. He is the favorite. Oh, sorry, he's the underdog, and that's because he lost to Marab. But he remember his first fight at bantamweight, Hank, against Marlon Moraes.
Who, Aldo?
Yeah, remember that? And he clearly got beat by Marlon. Or no, he got beat by Marlon and everyone booed him, and then they gave him a title shot anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so
you're crazy.
Aldo's run at bantamweight's been very strange.
So weird.
But then he absolutely mauled Marlon Vera. That was sick.
Yeah.
Then he beats a lot of people. Dominic Cruz's nose. Then he beats Pedro Munoz. Rob Font loses to Marab in Salt Lake City. Last time they were there. And then he beat Martinez, which was sick. I would say this is a similar matchup, but I think that Bautista definitely the better fighter, more well-rounded. Bautista's been on an impressive run, subbing Kelleher, beating Benito Lopez, Guido Canetti. I mean, he sub 3 opponents in a row, had a decision against Ramon Blackshear, and he beat the absolute hell out of Ricky Simon. I'm surprised that fight never got stopped. So, oh my gosh, this is a tough fight to pick because every time Aldo goes up against a young upcoming prospect, it's the same thing every time. It's oh, Aldo's getting older. He's at bantamweight, blah, blah, blah. And then he just ends up beating them, unless your name's Marab and you just hold him against a cage. And again, it's the same thing here, right? Aging Jose Aldo versus the young killer at bantamweight.
Horrible booking.
I really want to pick Mario Bautista, but I can't in good faith. He's 31. Aldo's 38. I honestly I wasn't around for Aldo's run, so I'm not
neither was
super. Yeah, I'm not super high on Aldo because I've only caught the tail end of his career. I do understand that with his WEC and UFC run combined, he's the greatest featherweight. But honestly, I don't really care about Aldo at this point. I really want Mario Bautista to beat him.
Wow.
Well, what?
You were just saying earlier, oh, poor Aldo. Look at what they've done to Aldo. But that being said, I want Mario Bautista to absolutely destroy him.
I just think it's dumb that he's fighting in Salt Lake City. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it's just horrible that they're putting him up against another guy just outside the top 15 instead of giving him a top 5, top 6.
Okay, but look at the run that he's on.
Yeah, he beat a prospect, and Bautista, yeah, he's going on a run, but so was fucking
Martinez. On a 5-fight winning streak.
Martinez, and he fucking killed Martinez. He is absolutely deserving of being number 5 in the world and taking on a number 1 contender or someone.
So who should he be fighting?
So he should be fighting someone in the top 5, maybe Peter or Dominic Cruz.
That'd be a sick fight. Yeah, they should have booked him versus Cruz a long time ago. But here we are. Again, I want Mario Bautista to win because I'm sick of Jose Aldo at this point in his career. He should stop fighting. I don't even know why. I just don't really give a shit. So I want Mario to win. But with that being said, it's really hard to pick against Aldo. I'm going to pick him by decision. You can hate me for what I said. I said what I said. I'm sick of Jose Aldo.
Aldo's a fucking legend.
He's good for him
as well, and a goat.
Good for him. I don't watch wrestling, so I don't really give a shit too much.
I care about featherweight divisions, and I care about real goats. John Jones, you're out. Jose Aldo, you're always in. I got Aldo by decision. I think Mario Bautista is a fraud check waiting to happen. He had a close fight with Damon Blackshear, who then got knocked out with one punch by Montel Jackson, and after that had a back-and-forth fight with Ricky Simone, who was then utterly embarrassed by Vinicius Oliveira and looked like he never belonged in a cage.
That fight was not back and forth with Ricky Simone. He beat the shit out of Ricky Simone.
Now he's fighting arguably the greatest featherweight of all time and a spring fucking chicken at bantamweight, apparently, in Jose Aldo, who schooled the feared prospect Jonathan Martinez for 3 rounds and made it clear to the world that he's the king and he's big, just like Hank the Tank is back. Hold on. I got my sign and everything. There we go. But anyway, I think Aldo is going to be much better than Mario Bautista on the feet, who I think is even worse at striking than Jonathan Martinez is. He's tall, has a long reach, and just has an excellent fight technique as a whole. The question of this fight comes down to whether Mario Bautista gets his takedowns or not. And the truth of the matter is that Jose Aldo proved to be one of Merab's toughest tests and stuffed almost every one of his takedowns, forcing him to implement those boring-ass knees against the fence. Bautista isn't wrestling like that nut hugger Merab, and Aldo stuffing his EPO-fueled takedowns because he's big and experienced enough to do it expertly. Once Bautista fails a few attempts, I think this thing's pretty much over. Aldo's taking this young blood to school, and there isn't a damn thing he can do about it. It's crazy that Aldo's a big underdog, by the way, too, given that Bautista's beaten. I mean, he's beaten a few decent prospects.
Ricky Simone's a good win,
but it hasn't really looked good in hindsight.
I agree.
When are you going to put this guy against someone in the top 5 at bantamweight UFC? Scared he'll beat them and prove that your new era of talent all suck? Yeah, keep booking him against scary prospects. See what happens, you fucking cowards. Why didn't they against Cruz?
That's kind of why I want Bautista to win, though, right? Is because I want somebody to break through. I don't want Aldo to just keep beating all of these, like up and coming prospects and stuff.
But at the same time, that's sort of good for business because Aldo, he's a known name, so him in the top 5 fight, I think, would actually draw some money. I guess. Again, the reason I just wanted to touch on this is like the reason why I believe in Larry. This kind of plays into this. He says Aldo is Salt Lake City approved. Bautista ain't going to be able to push the pace. I think that's a big reason why the Merab and Aldo fight in Salt Lake City under delivered. Mm-hmm. A lot of fights
from both men's ends, right? Like,
yeah,
because of the elevation. That's really why I don't want Aldo to be fighting in Salt Lake City. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's going to be at his best, and really no fighter is. I'll just push back a little bit, and I'll say Mario Bautista is an excellent striker. I don't think that he's just got to wrestle Aldo to win.
Right.
I think he can win on the feet. It's just so hard to win against Aldo in a kickboxing match. But everyone thought Aldo beat Marias. Dude, it is so long ago. I don't remember how I felt about it. I don't think the fight was like super good, but I don't know. Weedy agrees with me. Thank you. He says definitely should stop Legend, but you got to know when to walk away. He is still getting wins, but I don't know. I just don't care anymore. I guess
I'm just more mad that the UFC disrespects their legends overall. Maybe that's
unless your name is Michelle Watterson. Not good business. You got to let the prospects move up. Right? That's Weedy gets it. That's just the way I feel about it. Mm-hmm. I don't care if it's Aldo or any other fucking legend. Like I want Bautista to win this fight. But anyway, we move on. Hopefully, this is going to be a bad one, guys. Get ready for Hank the Tank's tirade. Actually, you know what? And for that reason, I'm gonna let you go first on the
sure. Okay. Hold on. Let me set everything up. God, I wish that it was by fucking finish. I swear to God. But I got Raquel Pennington by decision. Yeah, I don't value Julianna Peña's striking or general offensive game at all after that rematch performance against Amanda Nunes. She literally swung blindly at her opponent, and all of her takedowns got stuffed easily. For all that fucking yapping, Peña has nothing to show for it except a fluke win against a mentally checked out Amanda Nunes, especially since she's been gone from competition for 2.5 fucking years. Colby and Izzy have nothing on this privileged arsehole. She'll wait until eternity for her title shot coming off a loss. And you know what? That's going to translate to ring rust and just as horrible of a performance as her last fight, if not worse. Raquel Pennington, who has now had a champion's training camp for this fight, will, I think, get the better of her drunk uncle, Derek Brunson, bum rushes, and either stuff her takedowns or take her down herself to get on top, where I think she batters her for 5 whole rounds and the unanimous decision victory. Both these ladies may be vets, but I think Pennington's the fresher of the two, and she'll show her improved grappling and striking here. Peña's a bum. Get her out of the UFC the same way the dodo went extinct. You're going to kill her, Rock. You're going to kill her. So I hope that she does kill Peña in the cage. First death in the octagon.
Wow, that's insane. Wow. Definitely felt the anger in your voice. I'm glad that you got that out, though.
Thank you. It's therapeutic, really.
If Julianna Peña wins, I can't imagine. And now I really want her to win because I just can't imagine the way that you'll react, and you'll just. I might need to call like a suicide watch on you just to make sure you're all right after this one if she wins. But I'm picking Pennington by decision. You all right there, buddy?
No, I'm good. I'm great. Feeling good.
Look, I don't hate Julianna Peña as much as you guys do. Maybe because I don't watch as much MMA content as you guys do, because I have a life outside of this, and I like to do other things. But yeah, I don't hate her as much as everyone does. The lip service is just part of the game. She's doing it very well. She's got people hating her, so credit to Peña for that. I really lost.
If she faces Kayla Harrison, that will be the money fight over Pennington. I'll give her that.
Yeah, I guess a money fight.
With women's.
What is a money fight though? Like her
versus Peña in the third fight would not have drawn any money.
Can you explain to me what a money fight is in the UFC?
A money fight is when you got a lot of hype surrounding it. You got two people that can be stars or have the ability to actually promote the fight, and depending how you promote them the right way, it is a money fight. If they can draw fan anticipation and money. And she's, even though it's women's bantamweight and almost nobody draws money there, she's more likely to than the others, barring Kayla Harrison, which is why those two should have the fight.
So I do believe that champions do get a cut of the pay-per-view, but I honestly don't know if they're not headlining the card, if they get pay-per-view points. Famously, DJ, I don't think did, but that was because they didn't put them on pay-per-views. So I don't know if really money fights exist necessarily anymore in the UFC, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah, so I lost all hope in Julianna Peña when Jermaine Durandamy subbed her. A kickboxer subbing Peña, her first ever submission in MMA. And it was definitely weird to see. This was definitely like early on into me watching the UFC. And Peña was off a long layoff for that fight as well. But obviously she beat Amanda Nunes. I still think that Amanda Nunes put a huge bet on herself to lose and just took a dive in that fight. But nonetheless, officially on the record, she did. And yeah, she beat the hell out of Amanda Nunes. That was sick. Got fucking absolutely destroyed by her in the rematch, though. Yeah.
Horrible performance.
And now she's getting a title shot, which is just strange. Good for her, though. Good for her. I think Pennington wins. Don't really have much to tell you guys. I think she's better on the feet.
You can't really analyze this beat.
I think Peña can wrestle good when she wants to. But yeah, I don't have strong feelings either way about this. I think it's
to counter grapple Mayra Bueno Silva. So there is that.
Yeah, that fight was that was one of the worst fights I've ever seen. Though
that was horrible. So it'll probably repeat on this card as well.
Yeah, I don't know if this will be a good fight, but there's a lot of interest and build up at the very least.
Especially the
all right.
So it was good.
All right. So now the main event, the fight everyone's talking about. Alex Pereira comes in again, headlines another card. If he wins this fight, I don't see how he's not fighter of the year. Dude has to be fighter of the year. Definitely get a lot of hype. I'm so glad that Alex Pereira is getting the respect he deserves inside of the MMA. Definitely what he's done, and I don't mean to oversell it, but what he's done is definitely a rarity, once in a lifetime type of thing. I was watching this guy back in Glory, and I was just really hyped when he came to the UFC. I'm glad they pushed him as fast as they did, because really it's paid off, and he's proven that he deserves to be the champ. But you talk about a guy like Khalil Rountree. A lot of people are giving Khalil no chance in this fight, and I understand why. The biggest selling point to this fight is Khalil beat two Glory kickboxers, Dustin Jacoby and Gokhan Saki, when he made his debut in the UFC. They gave him Khalil. So I have Chrisen Khalil, the kickboxer's bane. Really, man, I mean, that fight, both fights with Israel Adesanya made me have questions, and that very close fight to Bruno Silva as well made me have questions about Alex Pereira. Obviously, that was at middleweight. I truly believe he was draining himself a lot.
Yeah, the chin took a hit on that.
And I watched him get rocked by Izzy at the end. What was it, the end of the first round? He damn near got knocked out by him, and then
got knocked out in the second round in the second fight.
Yes, so I do think that Khalil has a puncher's chance. I think that he is a fantastic kickboxer, and there's certainly a way he could get this done. But at this point, I can't pick against Alex Pereira. I think that Khalil's going to accommodate him in a striking battle. Now, Alex Pereira, unless you're talking about Sean Strickland, doesn't really necessarily knock dudes out like in the first round super viciously. I'm gonna go ahead.
Actually, he sparred with Alex Pereira for this fight and trained with him. He let Sean Strickland back in, and then when they were doing sparring footage, he hit Sean Strickland with the exact same punch that knocked him out in their first fight and almost knocked him out.
Wow, I don't care about that at all.
Crazy. Here's the fucking thing, you guys. Anyway, keep going.
Cool. Yeah, so I think that Alex Pereira's definitely got to take his time. I'm gonna pick him by third round knockout, but again, I'm not counting Khalil out entirely. I think he has a puncher's chance in this, but that's really all that I think he has. So, what say you?
Yeah, I am going to go with Alex by round 1 KO. I'm not giving him a chance. So let's read through these comments because they're piling up a little bit. They did Arlovsky so dirty the day Michelle Waterson retired. Skatesman hit on that exactly. It's crazy how annoying Julianna is. Fucking obnoxious at the presser. She was, in fact, and literally everybody was hating on her at the press conference. Fucking Vera was, Harrison was, Pennington was. So girl couldn't catch a break, and for good reason. She sucks. Peña ain't winning, in my humble opinion. I'm going with Peña now too. Oh God, fuck. Yeah, you're gonna get a next level crash out from Hank the Tank on Saturday. So get ready for that. And spiraling into a clinical depression. VFS don't play Peña by sub. They got the best gym. I doubt it. Bilal will make sure she will win. He's a good coach. No, you're just trying to make the UFC shit, Anakin MMA. Stop hurting me. Khalil has wins over some nice kickboxers. Gokhan Saki and Jacoby. He had a horrible decision win against Jacoby. Jacoby beat him.
Who's Jacoby?
As far as I'm Dustin Jacoby from the light heavyweight.
Jacoby. His last name is Jacoby, bro. Like he'll even say that.
Jacoby.
No one's ever said Jacoby. You're watching too much MMA Guru. It's rotting your brain.
That is true. It's bad for me. It's like teeth when I'm eating fucking sugar cereal. But I got Alex Pereira by round 1 KO. I feel like Rountree's getting way overhyped going into this fight. He took Anthony Smith.
By who?
By fucking Joe Rogan glazers and pretty much everybody in like an MMA zone comment section or a news section and just everywhere. And there's like,
why do you take the time to listen to anything those fucking people say?
Because I have to do Hank's Think Tank and I have to do the news. In order to do that, I have to watch.
Who gives a fuck about what random stupid MMA fans think?
Because I'm seeing it everywhere, dude. It's not just in one place.
That's because you're paying attention to that dumb shit.
Discord server. There's a guy on YouTube. There's a guy on Insta. There's a guy on Twitter. It's like
that's why I don't watch that shit. Who cares?
Striker. He's fantastic. He's phenomenal. Fuck them. Anyway, I'm going into more detailed explanation as to why he took Anthony Smith to a second round. Was gifted a decision against Dustin Jacoby. Okay, lost to Walker, Kudalaba, and Prachnio a few years ago, and this is the guy to beat Alex Pereira. I highly doubt it. All the Joe Rogan cult members glazing his Muay Thai style, and I bet none of them discussed all the times he's been smoked or fraud checked, or the fact he hasn't beaten anyone in the top 5 at light heavyweight. He's got great leg kicks. Wow, Alex has great leg kicks too.
You know, Benson Henderson, man. People forget that Benson Henderson changes the game with the calf kick.
Dude, he had a toothpick in his mouth. Remember that? Wow, dude, he could have been fucking banned from MMA. He had a toothpick in his mouth, man. People forget, man. Alex has great leg kicks too. Rountree style is so smooth and fluid. Wow. Alex's style KOs people, often in 1 or 2 rounds of championship fights. I really don't think Rountree has anything new for Alex Pereira, including his southpaw fight stance, which got Jamal Hill knocked out at UFC 300. I think this fight's going to be a wash, not the epic back-and-forth scrap everyone's expecting, including Khalil Rountree. It will be a first-round knockout from Alex Pereira once he chews up the legs of Rountree and either chins him coming in or against the fence. It's as simple as that. Rountree promises he won't shoot any takedowns at the press conference, and I'll take him up on that statement. I think he will be that dumb and not shoot once on Pereira, and that's going to cost him the longer this fight goes. He won't have a secret weapon to knock out Pereira, as he claims. He'll do some spin shit, head kick, whatever, and it won't work. He'll throw a combination and get hit with the left hook coming in. Sleepy time for Rountree. And we can move on to giving Pereira an actual challenge instead of pushing off his likely eventual loss to Magomed Ankalaev even further. And they wonder why this pay-per-view's numbers won't be doing so hot. It's no fucking surprise.
Yeah, there you go.
That's all I have to say about that.
That's the show.
And not the show yet. We still got Big Red to invade.
I sent him the link. I don't know if he's probably busy now.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll call him.
Just call him real quick. He's a Jacobin. He is true.
Is your internet good? All right. I'm
brand new
looking
man.
Forward to it.
Hey, he looked fucking crystal clear when he was driving in his car on his phone. So, hey, I'm not gonna.
It's funny how that works. Yeah, look, I mean, I've picked against Alex Pereira many times, and I just can't anymore. But I don't think I think that you're just listening to too many dumb casual fans that just buy all the hype that Joe Rogan says, and I don't think that's good for you.
That is true. Well, you have
again. Like MMA is supposed to be fun, and you just take it so seriously that it affects you mentally.
It's my job, Skatesman.
It's not your job. You don't make any money off of this.
Put hours into this thing, damn it! I don't care if I get paid. There are volunteer works and jobs where you don't get paid at all. Just ask the kids in fucking China in this.
But don't say it's your job.
Okay. Well, it's a daily fucking thing, dude. What can I say? I've gotten fucking stressed. I had to take a break from it. So, it's a job. Don't you ever tell me it's not a job? I swear to God, dude. Quick mouth.
Oh my God. It's not a job.
Dude, can I show you the fucking how many pages was it? 8 fucking pages of writing.
You don't need to do all that, dude.
Yeah, but I've been doing it for months, and it's been work. It's caused you to change your picks, motherfucker. Okay? It's convinced you to change picks. My detailed analysis speaking beat poetry.
Yeah, if you change picks once in a while, maybe you'd be ahead on the fucking contest.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry that my approach made me number 1 on the Tapology Rush Hour fight group last weekend. So it looks
I've got number 1 wins before. I don't fucking make it my whole life to pick.
Well, it paid off, didn't it? Paid off, didn't it?
Well, good for you. All right, we have Dylan. Hello.
Large red.
This is just the time to show up. Clearly, this is perfect. Good. Are we doing this now?
Yeah. Doing what?
Apparently.
We're telling Heck to chill the fuck out.
Yeah, we are. We're having this is an intervention.
Hank, you're young and virile. You shouldn't have a heart attack. Not at this age, at least.
Virile?
Not for this.
Is that a term?
I don't think virile is a term.
It's a term.
Yeah. Hey, I'm doing fine, okay.
Why does it look like daylight where he's at?
Go look it up. Go look it up. Whatever. What am I doing? Why am I debating the vocab? Let's not get sidetracked here. All right, we have an agenda.
This shaky cam, dude.
Wait, so I've named Dylan as executive chimer. He's now executive chimer of the Skate Take MMA podcast.
Actually, he said executive producer, and then I demoted myself.
You did.
Yeah, heavily.
All right, so Dylan, what do you think about this card? Give us just like your overall thoughts.
I'm gonna run through my just blast through these picks real quick. There you go. Because I have opinions.
He has big opinions.
Here,
I always do.
Let me show them on the screen, and then you can go through them. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let me try to get this.
Oh, sorry. I gotta put on my prediction sunglasses.
There we go.
I got my prediction sunglasses because I look. I've never missed a pick in my life with these sunglasses on.
You never
Undefeated.
picked-
Down all
Wow.
Thanks picks. Wow.
Yeah, here we
Okay,
go.
hold
Here we
on, really quick. Let me fucking save my picks. Jeez.
Pretty good. That oh yeah, I have to do that too. Whoops.
Jeez.
That was a close one.
Yeah, Weedy's not. You know, he's a smart man. Like, I guess we got one of them in here that's gonna back that up. The two on the
Back that
camera,
up.
I don't know what they're doing. Virile is a word.
I just don't think you said it right. All right.
Yeah,
Tim,
no, I said it right. I know what I'm saying. All right.
Tim Means
You can't
versus
be
Court.
loudmouthed and not know what you're saying now. I would get exposed in these streets that way.
Will
Yeah,
you?
the Dean Streets of Westland, Oregon.
Yeah.
All right. Tim Means versus Court McGee.
Okay. Well, Tim Means is probably the last. I mean, Court McGee is. I mean, I don't. What is this record? Isn't he like 10 and like 19? Or no,
He is
UFC?
21 and 13.
You're
Dude,
close.
that's unbelievable. That's
10
unbelievable.
and, 10 and 12 in the UFC.
I think Tim Means is less washed. Anybody who like has gotten a win, like Tim Means has a more quality win. Last time we saw, like the more recent quality win, which
Euro
is what,
Spedic.
2004.
No,
2004.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's enough for me. He beat Nicholas Dalby in I think like 2021 or something like that.
I thought you said you were going to run through these picks.
I am. I just did.
You
Look, he
said-
beat Nicholas Dalby and he knocked out Fiallo, the guy. You know, Fiallo, the guy who blasted James Vick on the regional scene and then went on a little bit of a running streak.
No,
He beat
did he?
him. Yeah, so that's good enough for me. Tim Means. What were the odds? Can you expand the odds every time you do it?
I guess.
Get to
Just
work.
hit the plus. Yeah, just go to the top of the screen and you hit the plus sign. Jesus Christ. It's a fucking one button thing, noob.
Finally.
Get a grip. No,
Tim
you
Means
can do
is-
it all. You can expand them all at the same time.
Tim
Go up
Means
the
is
top.
minus 230.
Look, let me show you a professional doing this. Jesus Christ. Scroll to
Here's
the top.
nothing from you
Scroll
guys.
to the top. Expand all. Go to the top
I
and
guess
hit
you can't
expand
say
all. Jesus
I
Christ.
think there is an expand all.
There is.
Is
What
this
is
it?
it?
Plus button. Oh, there
Yeah,
it
it's in
Oh,
rocket
nice.
science.
Wow.
Cool. Thank you.
All right.
As
Well,
much as I'm an
well,
idiot,
well.
like you know what I mean. Like at least I do idiot cool. Like you know what I mean.
Idiot
Jesus
cool?
Christ, pick
Yeah.
your battles the right way.
That's
All right.
debatable.
Yeah, debatable.
Well,
No,
that's idiot cool.
not when
Nice.
I'm wearing these glasses. It's not. All right.
Yeah.
So let me expand
very-
here.
This is unhinged. I love
like
it.
Chael Sonnen
No,
right
go
now.
next.
Like Uncle
Go
Chael
next.
Sonnen.
Next fight. We
Next
got Tim
fight.
Means.
Get to work. Hey, Jamie, pull that up.
Yeah, and Spann knocked out. Ever since he knocked out Dominic Reyes with the fucking jab and you know vaporized him with it, I have a hard time betting against him.
There you have
Ovince
it.
Saint Preux is a good dog. Always. I mean, he beat like I don't know about you guys, but I had him against Kennedy Njokuani and he won.
Wow, the good work. That was as good as that guy from Kill Tony who does those random audio effects, like the worst timing. You know, it's a good job, man. You're the new Kill.
It
Tony.
takes a second to scroll over there.
a little bit of time. We'll
All
have
right.
it at the ready next time, okay, Jamie?
All right. Carla Esparza versus Tecia Pennington. 2.
I hope that one of them breaks their ankle on the way into the ring next fight.
Both of them.
Yeah, I'd rather like I literally would rather watch my own birth than watch a Carlos Esparza fight next.
Well, Big Red, when he came out of there, he was fucking huge, dude. It was a spectacle. Big Red emerged. Anyway,
Nobody wants to watch Esparza.
that's true.
Yeah,
Jeff.
so I probably would take Alexander Hernandez. I know I was flaming him up because of a lot of reasons. Because he just all he does is rip how to sound professional in interviews and hasn't gotten any better since he miracle fluked Benil. Which, by the
Yeah.
way, I swear on all things that are holy. I thought really like I thought nothing of Benil. This was like back when he was when that fight went down. Benil to me was nothing more than the guy who got flying kneed by Barboza, and and he had a weenie voice, and he wasn't like the fucking he wasn't the secret savage that like just went on a blitz and just knocked out what's his name, Jakar Closa. None of those things. None of those things had happened yet. So I just like fucked around and threw $20 on Hernandez because I was like, oh, this bird
Oh.
chested like Geodude looking Geodude built guy. It might get one, and he was a 5-1 underdog, like a 5.5-1 underdog. Easy is $100 I've ever made. So Hernandez probably, Austin Hubbard. We get it. You made a baby man cry, a gatherer cry, and quit in a fight, but then he hasn't done shit since. Nobody really can get that excited about Hubbard. I'm going Hernandez next.
And Hernandez is finally back at lightweight, so that'll help him as well. Potieria against Mr. Almeida.
All right, yeah. So fuck Ihor. I mean, go ahead. Be happy you knocked out a 67-year-old Hua. And,
that is your legacy.
Yeah, fuck you. Like, how the fuck did they let him retire Hua? Just a criminal display
In Brazil, of all places.
Yeah, they're going to do the same to Aldo.
In Brazil, of all places.
I know, in Brazil. I mean, like, the Ovince Saint Preux, like, 30-second KO, the crowd went silent on that one. That was pretty grim, but, like, that was at least, like, at least that one was, it wasn't the end of his career. 1 and 2, it was like, Ovince Saint Preux is kind of a staple in his own right. That's who he should be losing to at minimum. You don't fucking put him against some Ukrainian guy who's in there because what I mean. Like for which, by the way, if you're wondering, if he's there because he's Ukrainian still, I think so. I fucking think so.
Yeah,
I think so. I mean,
he's like some weird.
You don't want to run that. Yeah, you don't.
He might even be related to you. He's got kind of a red hair thing going on.
No, he is not. First of all, don't even. Do you really want to? You fucking did it now. You fucking did it now. Now you get me all riled up, and now you go, and I'm gonna go on this rant. Just thank yourself for that. So first of all, he didn't put time in with these freckles. This is earned stripes. You see these dots on me? You see these dots on me? That's like Tony the Tiger stripes. He didn't have one of them bitches. All right. He wasn't with us jumping in the gym. Where you see the red hair on him? He's just some geek nerd doof. Like I don't even know. I don't even know where you even got that from. He's like this bleach blonde, like dork, like gangly, weird guy. Like no, none of these things. Do you see a red on him? Not a hair, not a fucking hair. He's not in my council. I run the red council. He's never fucking applied for any. This guy.
I just wanted to say that.
Hard and feathered him. You haven't seen him anymore.
It really irritates me.
You're welcome for that.
South Park would say
you want to know why you don't
red hair people
anymore?
don't have souls. Okay.
This guy
because
is
we do.
an ornament
We do have souls, all right.
A glass display in our mantle.
And lately, I've been being called a ginger.
We have
a fat
people
ginger
that we sacrificed
by everybody
for the betterment of all of us, and this man was fucking number
one.
What
is this channel turned into?
And it really hurts my feelings.
I was frothing at the mouth to get this kid out of there.
But it does really bad. Gingers have souls. I go to church. I'm a Christian.
Ooh.
He's right.
You don't know me. You're not God.
Yeah. Don't worry. I played God when I smoked him. He tells me I'm not God. Well, guess what, buddy? Guess what? I played God when I fried you up and tarred and feathered you, and then put you on the Blair Witch cross and burned you alive. Because the guy, you don't see him anymore. Yeah. Oh yeah. I hated him. Back when that happened, dude, he did us wrong so badly, so fucking badly. Like, do you understand why? Do you know why I'm a good roaster to this day? I think he's partly responsible. Wow. I was waging
made
wars
you step your game up.
Kid.
You should send him.
I was waging wars over this fucking kid. Anyways, done. Don't even care to hear it. César Almeida can stomp him out. I don't even know how you get red out of this guy. I'm actually gonna have an aneurysm. Between that and what we ran into on Instagram the other day, yesterday. I'm gonna pop a fucking gasket. So
run, Kobe, run, Kobe.
Marina, okay, I got Marina Rodríguez. I always have Marina Rodríguez. Yeah, is Lucindo good? Sure. Marina Rodríguez is in my mind actually like elite. I think she's actually elite.
Oh shit.
Big Red going with the Hank the Tank way with Marina Rodríguez.
Where did he go?
I'm right here.
Oh yeah, now he's here. Nice. Well,
right. Yeah, like it's not too long ago that she beat Xiaonan.
Yeah, that's exactly her name. Yan Zhou Nan.
Yeah, exactly. She's not. That wasn't too long ago. She walked over Mackenzie Dern. Yeah, she's lost a split to Andrade, but I don't think Lucindo presents the same I don't think that she presents the same risk. She look at who Lucindo's beat. She beat Charlie Nikola-Kavich. We all know that that their time has passed. We know Poliana is just like a pin cushion for Colby. Who cares about her? Brogdon Walker.
Hey, the truth.
Yeah, I mean, these aren't elite fighters. This girl lost to Yen.
That was a hell of a fight too, by the way.
The Jasmine fight. Yeah, but you don't have to understand. That's a fight Marina Rodríguez wins, and she wins very comfortably.
Handily, yeah.
Am I saying that she's not a respectable fighter? Well, she definitely is. I mean, she's definitely a fan favorite, and I get entertained by it. But I'm picking a winner here. I'm not picking who's gonna go in there and entertain me. So next, Stephen Thompson versus Joaquin Buckley. Okay, I don't even know where to go with this one because honestly, Buckley has been looking like a world beater, but he still. Do we were not for I remember sitting in California. I was in California by the Bay Bridge. I get some pictures of it. I'll send it to you guys sometime. Yeah, I was sitting watching Buckley.
I don't care about that at all.
No. They're relevant. They're relevant.
Very relevant.
Okay.
They're relevant.
They're relevant.
No,
it's an allusion for you. I mean, I'm alluding to something for you, Idaho. Since you want me to elaborate on it now in this public forum.
Oh my god.
It's a different story for you. Anyways, your fault. Buckley. He got absolutely sparked out and treated like a little boy by Kevin Holland, and I'll never get over that. And then meanwhile, Stephen Thompson put a fucking show on Kevin Holland.
Yeah, one of the most historic ass whoopings I've seen.
Exactly. So he can't get that out of my head. I'm still sticking with Stephen Thompson. I know that this happened 4 years ago, 3 years ago, but Stephen Thompson still got it.
He always got it until he don't.
No, I'm talking about the Buckley happening 4 years ago. Yeah, that gap. I don't think he's plugged that gap. That is a decisive fucking MMA math that I just can't get my head around.
Is he going to call out Dustin Poirier in his post-fight promo if he wins?
It's going to be terrible either way.
Joaquin
Buckley. If Joaquin Buckley wins, how bad will his post-fight interview be?
See, I don't even mind him, dude. I
don't either.
I don't even mind him that much. Will it be bad? It'll be a little bit generic, pumped up, hood dude, jacked up, but also staying disciplined guy. That's what he is. I can't hate on that. Is it cliche? Yeah. But it is what it is. The guy's been a nonstop entertainer. I
think he roasted Ariel on his show personally.
He did.
I forgot about that.
A lot of people were like, "Oh, he did bad." Ariel got him. It's like, no, he fucking didn't. Everybody knows.
First of all, who allowed Ariel Helwani to say 10-7 to anything?
Yeah, exactly.
This berry gatherer should never have a platform. What does this man know about MMA?
Berry gatherer.
The men are hunting, Ariel. The men are hunting. You're in the fucking studio picking berries and talking gobbledygook. Let me see you throw a straight punch, bastard. Anyway,
they call them beta for a reason. Anyway,
dude, Denny, but look, I'm big on Buckley. The guy is he's a step down entertainment value of Justin Gaethje. 60% of what Justin Gaethje is entertainment value wise. Is Gaethje better, more entertaining? Of course, but I'm saying he's a poor man's Gaethje as far as he goes in the ring, never misses a fight. He's always entertaining and he's consistently doing it.
Yeah, and he's a psychopath to boot. That's good.
Yeah. The only difference is that I don't think that Buckley has ever been sparked the way Justin Gaethje just got sparked with Max Holloway. Wow, I'm so happy I didn't bet on that. I would have I would have gone from 2 apartments to 0 real fucking quick. I'd have been, you know what I mean? I was ready to put anything on that fight not going to be a KO by Max Holloway. Holy shit. And I would have done it in the last 10 seconds of the fight. Imagine losing your everything you've worked for in the last 3 seconds of a fight.
Yeah. Taking everything I work for, motherfucker. I'm gonna fight your fucking ass.
Fucking Vegas would be rolling up blunts of my money and smoking them.
Gingers have souls. Wonder Boy Buckley never faced a striker like Thompson. I mean, yeah, but I think Thompson has faced a lot of guys who have taken him down before. That's just me. Roman might
be. What happened with Buckley fought a lesser striker in Kevin Holland. He got sparked.
That's true. Who you got?
What about this next one?
Yeah, so this is for me because like Dolidze, I can't tell if I'm over like estimating what I thought of Joe Pyfer because that white win
Like
looked really good.
Yeah.
What?
Be
That
like
win looks really really good. Like he beat Joe Pyfer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean not
Okay.
yeah.
He
No,
beat
no, not no, he didn't. No, sorry, not Joe Pyfer. He looked really good against
Jack
Anthony
Hermanson.
Manson.
Jack Hermanson and
He's
Jack
so
Hermanson. That's what it was. He looked really good against Jack Hermanson, and I was surprised by that. He walked over Anthony Smith, which is a good win. Losing to a Momov, not a bad loss. It just he's only if you look at who he's lost to, he's only lost to really good fighters. Trevin Giles is good. Vittori's really good. No, Trevin Giles is good. He's good. At the time, dude, he was 13-2.
Yeah, at the time, when he came in the UFC, he was definitely a good prospect.
He's good. He's good. I'm telling you, he's good. Yeah, but he also won that fight. I mean, he won that. He lost that fight when that must have been 4 years ago, 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. At the same time, if you look at Dolidze's like record, he hasn't really fought a lot of great strikers. You know what I mean?
No.
Like he really hasn't. He's lost to guys who are pretty good at grappling. Or like guys who just are unknockoutable, like Vittori. We're
Mhm.
just gonna put a pace on you.
Yeah, and then
He's
Imavov.
never faced a long, rangy, skilled striker. At the same time,
Mm.
he is like Kevin Holland is not. If we know that like most of the time, Dolidze's lost to a guy who can grapple or like is
Scrambling
just
his brain right now.
a stone head that can put a pace on. Like Dolidze's come out on top. Yeah, he's like fought a real striker, but he's also only ever lost by getting out grappled and like out pressured and stuff.
Yeah.
Kevin Holland doesn't have the minerals for that. Like
No
he
minerals.
just doesn't.
Minerals?
No,
Yeah, he needs
no,
to
yeah,
stop
he doesn't have the
doing
vitamins.
there.
He doesn't have the vitamins, the nutrients. Doesn't
Yeah.
have it.
Needs
Yeah,
better
and
diet.
yeah, then you think, okay, well, Kevin Holland, he fucking submitted that guy, the guy with the Dumbo ears,
Chiesa?
yeah, I never can say his last name. Oh, yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah, he submitted him, which is like, okay, cool, that's impressive.
Now I hate him.
All right, what's your pick?
No, I'm gonna get through this one. My
Oh
point,
my god!
my end point is that Kevin Holland had a split decision against Jack Magdalena. He submitted Chiesa. So I have to say his grappling might be good enough to actually pull off a little bit of a submission on Roman Dolidze, or at least dominate.
Khalil, Roman, John Jones.
No, I just went through the entire thing. It was a fucking fully literate.
I know. I get to the fucking point already.
I already finished.
Got on
you idiot.
Discord.
I finished.
Soliloquies. Yeah.
So Kevin Holland.
I finished it.
I'm still.
Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland is a sneaky submission game. Go to Kevin Holland. Next fight. See ya.
Thank you, Larry. Always
Holy
active
shit.
with his comments is Larry CTM. But
Next one. Go. Scroll up.
all right,
Yeah.
fine, we got it.
You
We
need
got
me to show
it.
you the button? Do you want to find out where the button is with that one too? Taylor Harrison next.
Ouch. King of Rio.
Right.
Vieira
There you go.
got knocked out by that hook one time. I'll never
Well,
forget that.
you said next, and now you're still going on a tirade.
Yeah. She got knocked out by a hook, and I can't forget it. Okay, Mario Bautista versus Aldo. Oh, this one's hard. Remind me what was Aldo's last fight?
It was with Jonathan Martinez, and he beat the shit out of him.
Smoked him.
Yeah. So it's weird. I don't know why I've associated these two, but Mario Bautista is like the rich man's Jonathan Martinez in my head. I don't know why. You know what I mean?
That's something similar.
Yeah, definitely.
It is.
I think he's much more skilled than Jonathan Martinez. Jonathan Martinez
He is.
claim to fame is he has good leg kicks.
Yeah. I don't know where the big push on Martinez. What was he, a 2-1 favorite or something like that? No,
that was ridiculous to me.
Yeah, dude, he was a 185 favorite or something like that. It's crazy to me. Over Aldo, look who Aldo's lost to. His most recent loss was fucking Marab.
Yeah.
By the way,
Just take
Marab, yeah, that's a fucking understandable loss. And then before that, he lost to Peter Yan, and he lost to Moraes in a split decision and Volkanovski. Nobody's
He did
beat
get
him.
fucked up by Peter Yan.
What?
He did get fucked up by
He
Peter
got
Yan.
fucked up by Peter
Yan's
Yan.
great.
He did, but you have to remember that he was like
People forget, man.
Yeah, he was on a dip, real big dip.
Rountree has different power, man. That Muay Thai, it's nasty.
Juiceman says he's gonna say he has no minerals.
Yikes.
No, who I'm gonna say who? Bautista's got no minerals. No, I already said that.
Peaches
That
and
already
cream.
happened. I will repackage the line just in case it's frustrating you. He beat Carlin Vera and then to Martinez and he beat like Ralph.
I don't know who you picking in this fight.
Dude. My point. I'm getting.
Let him cook. Let him cook. All right. He has to be as long and winded as his.
It's hilarious because it's like 1 in the morning where Dylan is right now.
It is, and he's still going on, man.
This is mid afternoon for me. This is fucking rookie hours. This is early evening. All right. We're just getting ready for dinner. All right. Yeah. See, when you lose to Trevin Jones, you got a loss to Trevin fucking Jones. You're not beating Jose Aldo next.
Trust.
Yes, sir, Dylan. Executive chimer.
The decision. Yes,
I will chime and coo whatever I want. Next.
Oh, hold on. Kobe is asking you what's for dinner.
Kobe?
Kobe.
Yes.
I'm going to say this once to you. we do not communicate. We coexist, my friend. We coexist. You in the same place as me is fine. Us commingling will always scare me. Period. Next.
That's his prediction for him versus Kobe Wiggins. Next.
Nothing personal. Kind of. A little bit.
Sort of.
Your channel freaks me out. Next.
What you got between Pennington and Julianna Peña?
Oh man, who wants to see this one? It's like the two fighters that are they strong? Are they not? Like do we know? Are they American? Are they not American? Are they, you know what I mean? Like who knows? Is Pennington fucking
Why does that matter at all?
I never know. It's both. It's the only thing I can associate with both of them. Like, is Peña American? Like, look, she's got an American flag.
Her name is the Venezuelan Vixen, bro.
Exactly. So why do they got an American flag on Tapology? You're leading my point. Exactly.
She's Venezuelan American.
She got her citizenship in this country. Damn it.
Jeez, then do that. Don't wear American shorts in one fight and then Venezuela.
Hey, I actually, Dylan, I totally agree with that. I'm sick of the two flags thing. Like, don't tie two flags together and walk out with two flags.
I've only spent 5 seconds in Venezuela, but it's my home, guys. It's my home, really.
Yeah, don't you start two-timing me. Don't you two-timing me. You
know what I mean? Hold on. Shiloh says, I wouldn't even want to see these two bitches naked.
That is absolutely true.
I love it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing Julianna Peña naked.
I
wouldn't want to hear her talk though.
I mean, would I do it for like the sex appeal? No, I probably do it just because it's like, you know, you're not supposed to see that, I guess, and then all of a sudden you're running into it. So that's,
that's probably why Dana White does it.
That's why Hank wants to see Marina Jindroba naked. Well, no, actually, no, it was because
why'd you put that image in my mind?
Because he was attracted to her. Never mind.
Well, he looked like No Chill MMA, so you know that's sort of.
Yo, dude, you guys are still teasing clearly. Anyways, clearly.
Shiloh says never trust a guy who wears sunglasses.
That's a smart man. Don't trust me, Shiloh. I'm not gonna steer you right.
Yeah,
I guarantee you. I guarantee you that. I got my friends, and then I got everybody else who is.
Dylan is actually my financial advisor. So.
Yeah. Actually, I said I got my friends, and then everything else is fodder. You could end up on a. All
right, so are you gonna ever tell us like who you think is gonna win this
fight?
I'm
gonna ignore Pennington and Peña either way and watch
I got Peña. Her.
Love it.
There you go.
All right, main event.
How do you not pick Peña over Raquel Pennington?
She destroyed Mayra Bueno Silva and Peña fucking.
Did she destroy her?
She's been gone for 2.5 years.
Yeah, because I'm really fucking pounding the table for Mayra Bueno Silva.
Shiloh says, "Bro is geeked on Out of Your Coke." Yeah, I used to think that too, but no, that's just Dylan.
It's the same thing with me.
Yeah. So who am I gonna go? Who am I gonna go with? I'm gonna go with Peña, who beat Mayra Bueno Silva, or the one who beat a fucking Amanda Nunes, dude.
Yeah,
it's real.
I understand. Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree, main event.
Oh no. This is even pot, by the way, that I'm smoking, buddy. Yeah. Don't come down here. No, come down here.
No, that's straight. That's straight tobacco.
It's
He's about to
straight
rip
tobacco. I don't even take a single pill other than sleeping pills. I don't drink. This is
Okay, look at the
pure,
camera.
this is pure minerals, nutrients,
Minerals.
gather energy.
Mineral free. For fuck's sake, the mineral.
Yeah, exactly. This is what a hunter looks like. Get used to it.
Yeah, better be careful, Juice Man, or else he's gonna fly you out to Washington D.C. and fucking peel your cap, man. So be careful.
I don't even know who Juiceman is.
He's a good friend of ours. He's
And he hates
skateboarding.
boxing.
I like Juiceman. Main event pick.
He's a good friend of yours. This man is shredding.
He's not a good friend. He's not a good friend of mine. Anyway, pick the
We know
fucking.
each other personally.
What's your pick for Khalil Rountree versus Alex Pereira?
Well, tell him I will personally get to know him with my fist in his face.
That's not gay at all.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, I guess if that's what you wanted, Hank.
No kidding.
Okay. Bangkok ready Roundtree. He's gonna do it.
Yeah, he's gonna shock the world.
He's gonna fucking do it.
Special move.
Bangkok ready. You want me to tell you something funny? Do you know who?
No.
Yes, please. Hank the Tank, he leads it.
We have done fine. We will all sit here in silence.
All right. Well, that's the show, guys.
Who you got? Who you got for Pereira?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I would have kind of loved it. What? Oh wait, what the fuck? Okay, so you know what MMA Experts is? Do you know who that is?
No, I don't. I don't
streamer
spend
guy?
all my time watching YouTube live.
There's a
streams.
streamer guy right now that I have a
Like,
bet with that he'll get it was like a couple $100 if Pereira wins. If not, he's gonna wear like a pinwheel hat on his stream for like a straight month. That bet is in. It's locked in, and that guy's channel is at 40,000 subscribers. So
Well, good for him.
If Roundtree wins, I get to see this dude straight pinwheel hat, machine operated pinwheel hat for a straight month. It's gonna be great. So
All right, cool.
that, and I also have tweets ever since Khalil Rountree fought Bangkok Ready Roundtree. Sorry. Fought Eric Anders and put on a tear jerking performance of glory.
Yeah.
And I was like, this guy's belt ready. And I'm gonna look like a fucking genius. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get this pick right, and then I'm gonna start shilling fake scam betting courses and just cash out.
You're not against that.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fucking coast.
I believe you.
And trick the very stupid community in which we operate into thinking that I have inside scoop. I mean, that's the name of the game, baby. Just post fake betting tickets and then drop tweets from forever ago that just worked out. I mean, I got some good ones in there. I got a early Izzy one before he even joined the promotion. I got a fucking. I got one in there for Brandon Moreno's comeback. I got some good ones. Let me tell you something. I got some good ones, and I'm just waiting to unleash them. Scam all of you guys. Start my little scam betting thing, and toast, and then let everybody hate me. Which they already.
Kobe Wiggle says large red in all caps.
I don't understand. I don't think he got the hint. It's fine. Whatever. I can't. I gave all the energy I could on that one. Oh, and by the way, if anybody in here needs to hear this, I don't even know how many people will hear, but if you need to hear this, guess what? If a guy is selling you betting tips and packages, he's not fucking winning. That he gets any of his money comes from the dumb package. If he had good picks like that, why the hell would he not just bet them himself? Fucking run up the money and then leave it alone. You know what you're doing? You're fucking fueling his gambling addiction with this weird pitch. It's like the age-old grift. Don't fall for Ed and Eddie schemes. Do have some respect for yourself. Jesus Christ.
Ed and Eddie. Well, it's
All right.
only
All right.
possible.
Well, we're hitting the 2 hour. We're hitting the 2 hour mark, so I think we should start wrapping
See
it
ya.
up. But, Dylan, you have any final thoughts on anything MMA related, skate tank MMA related?
Yeah. I have a lot of thoughts. Where do you want me to start?
Oh, no.
Start wherever you'd like, my
Well,
friend.
it all started with his
Hank,
mother.
breathe. Your picks are free.
That is true.
I might be amped up, which is just to do, what I do with extreme, theatrics. But in all reality, you never see me get mad about anything.
That's
there's a difference. You could be energetic and not be like pissed off. Trust me, Steve Urseg, he's gonna be just fine. He's gonna be just fine. He's gonna be just fine. With or without with you pounding the table.
Yeah, but it helps. It just helps me cope. Okay, I had to dress in a fucking suit for the man. I'll dress in a suit the next time too. He is my ocean.
Maybe you should do that for Li Liang. All right.
Fair.
Oh, you know what I just realized? You remember the whole sad thing about him not being able to wear his suit?
Yeah, I know that was terrible.
I've actually seen him in person with a suit on.
Tragedy.
You know that?
Wow.
I don't. Yeah,
Are you sure it wasn't like just some random Chinese man?
He was next to Brandon Moreno. At the Apex. So I mean, unless it was just a doppelganger.
That was Jackie Chan, bro.
Oh shit! I do that most of the time. Actually, like
that was Carlos Prato.
Yeah. When I was at Universal Studios, and I did it about 50, 60 people. Almost everybody I saw actually.
Jackie Chan.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's Jackie.
There's a lot of Asians.
That's why I chose Universal Studios.
Yeah. All right. Any other final thoughts before you get the hell out of here?
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, if you're alluding to me saying something that we've talked about, maybe you just text it to me and then I'll bring it up.
Oh no,
Otherwise, I'm not towing any lines.
No, you don't need to expose Kobe on this channel.
No, I'm not exposing Kobe. Trust me. I honestly think that like a piece of me will die when I'm not gonna do it.
No, it's just been 2 hours, and I'd like to
I'm not doing
else.
it. I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it.
No, I don't want you to. All I'm saying is it's been like 2 hours. And I'm trying to end the stream soon.
Yeah, don't ask me for any final thoughts. I'm ready to go have my lunch.
That was your mistake, Skatesman. Seriously.
All right, fair enough. I'm trying to be fair to our guest here.
Boo.
All right.
You guys were giving me 5-second time limits on my picks. It's fair. All right. Anyways, I'll see you goobers later. It's a good show. Great job. You're in your keep. Don't spend all that money in one place. I'm gonna send you guys another cash app. Peace. Bye.
No, don't send us any more money.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was holy shit.
It was something.
It was half an hour.
That made up like a quarter of our.
Crazy.
Thank you, Big Red. Thank you. We love that.
That took a lot out of me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good things. You feel relieved after that?
No, I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Anyway, watch the show, man. 2 hours. A lot of it was Big Red ranting and raving and making a pick he was very certain of, but going, Khalil
Rountree.
Holy shit. All right, Hank, any final thoughts on the weekend at large?
Yeah, I'm skipping everything one for Friday because I need some fucking time off to go golfing. And then on Saturday, I'm going to be watching UFC 307 and hopefully not have a complete crash out. Although I know everybody wants to see my reaction to Peña.
That would be awesome.
Inevitably winning. So tune in for
Shiloh says, Big Red just drained my social battery. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I'm exhausted, honestly. Was it good for you, Skatesman?
No, I feel high off coke after that. Well, Juiceman's energized. Yeah, I mean, the card is mid, as Larry said. Kobe is very excited about Hank the Tank. Well, that's good. Yeah, the card is mid, but I don't know. I'm just hoping for some good fights, man. And we'll be back on Sunday. Are you going to do a fight companion for the UFC?
Yes, I will. In fact,
cool.
I will.
Good
Gotta
shit.
have that crash out, man.
Yeah, that'll be. People love to see that. But anyway, all right, man. That's it. Lead us out.
You have escaped the war zone for now. Get me out of here! I'm in hell! Fuck!